We back. My expert opinion, greatest show in the world.
I agree.
Yo, there's no question about it, bro. No, where do you get to see this?
Nowhere.
A room full of black men, different cultures. Most of them coming up in an urban environment. A lot of violence. Survivors sitting around, talking calmly or not calmly.
In Harlem, in New York.
And there's no drama. Gotta love it. Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater. MECC. I got some records I want to play for you, bro.
I'm not listening to that. No, you don't. No, you don't.
He don't know you. I told you he don't listen to my shit.
He gonna make me listen.
Every time.
Then he gonna completely disregard all your rights. Like, he ain't gonna listen to shit I tell him to do. He gonna do something else. One of them's gonna hit, and then it's all my fault because I told him some opposite shit.
We got a good one. You gotta listen to that one. We got a good one. You gotta listen to that one.
Nah.
We got a smoker.
The reason why is because when Flex challenged me, the joint that I picked was a joint that he told me I needed to read. The joint that Flex picked was the joint that he told me I needed to read.
That wasn't the joint. You keep saying that. That was the wrong song. It was the wrong song. You keep saying it was the one that Flex picked. That's not the one I gave you advice on.
I'll play it after this.
Okay. That's not a threat to me. I heard it already. I've heard all of them.
Saying.
But make sure you play the one that I actually listened to. The one that you spun for me over and over and over again at the car. That was not Super Gangster.
I got a song called Super Gangsters.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Right.
I know.
When that one,
Yeah,
bro.
we just gave it away. But anyway, Sean Bigger, man of God.
Indeed.
Shout out to the people. Kato in the building. Read between.
No comment.
You got to read between. They don't know. Splat murder.
Hey.
My man Jamel. Yo, his name is Gap Murder. I'll be playing. Don't do that to him in the street. Yeah, don't think it's cool and walk up to him and be like, yo, what up, Splat? And something happened to you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Indeed.
Champ, what up?
Humble, my brother.
Yeah, you happy to be
Glad
here?
to be free.
My
Glad to
man.
be free,
Indeed.
at peace, and in this space.
You on this show.
My name GRAFH, y'all.
Hey, mine too. Salute.
Yo, why you keep coming up in here with that 1988 shit? You don't bring nothing for nobody, man.
I gotta bring you a box.
That's
what I'm
up,
saying.
man.
This
Facts.
is my
That's a
clothing
nice
line.
shirt.
Facts.
Nah, thanks, G.
It's a
I
nice
got you.
shirt.
I got you.
Facts. He don't shit
you,
none
man.
of that.
Nah, I got you. I gotta bring a box in. A lot of them be one-off pieces that I make and test out, and then we don't produce. Like this one we didn't produce, but I'm going to. I wore it today. Everybody like the shit. I'm like, well, I know what the bag look like. I'm gonna make this one for sure.
Bad.
It was a sample piece, but it won't be next week.
Yeah,
So,
I'm in the shape for it now.
Nah, that's right. Yeah,
Looking
yeah.
great, bro.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Speaking of looking great, awesome look for the show. We got somebody that, when it comes to legends, I feel like this guy's not mentioned enough. You got to remember, he went toe-to-toe in his early stages with the late, great, Notorious B.I.G.
Big facts.
We still remember the freestyles. We still remember them getting crazy on that cream beat. You know what I mean? We still remember Last Days on you know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
he's rocked with the best of them.
Talk about it.
Still standing, still dropping projects, still fire. And to this day, this whole room, when you hear, here's why they called me the ghost. Half live, half dead. With this beef, I bring all of the toes. Yeah, sing that shit. Go to New York. And I ain't gotta say shit, cause the toast is a talk. Holiday styles, ignorant nigga. Straight pound for a pound, still tearing off your ligament. And we got Styles P in the building.
Humble.
I love it, nigga. Hey.
Yo,
I'm humbled and appreciative. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
bro.
Much love.
Yes, sir.
So I'm young, sitting by the radio. I got my 2 fingers ready. It's Clue, Monday night mixtape.
Let's talk about it.
That joint comes on.
Record.
I rocked that shit like probably the whole month. Used to put my speaker to the window because I lived on the first floor. Everybody used to go, my shit was like a door. Everybody just jumped through the window and go out and all that shit. I put the speaker right there. I used to rock that shit all the time. Bruh. where does that come from? Where does that, like, you are the self-proclaimed hardest nigga in the game. You said that shit mad time.
Facts.
Why was that important? Where does that come from? We gonna find out. today.
Trenches, man.
The
When you come
trenches.
up in the trenches, it's a little different. I feel, I was telling you earlier, rap is my form of martial arts, mental martial arts. for me.
Right.
My grandmasters will be Cool G, Kane,
Kane.
Rakim, and KRS.
KRS.
Very simple, the 4 grandmasters of it. So those grandmasters gave me my foundation. Then there's a lot of other grandmasters, too many to mention, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers,
Cool J.
PE, NWA, Tribe, Ultramagnetic, Stetson Sonic, Chill Rob G, EPMD, of course, Masters in and out, Slick Rick. But when I was coming up, I knew it early that I wasn't built to be the king of rap, nor the flyest dude out. Wasn't in my, that's not how I thought, but I kind of understood what the streets was about, and I always probably had a understanding of how it is to be fucked up and what fucked up people feel like, and
Right.
so I know the concrete.
Right.
I'm familiar with the concrete very well, like, and I didn't want to lose touch with that. So, and I'm both sides of the coin. So,
Yeah, 'cause
you know,
we was
I'm
talking about the
really,
joint-
I am really both sides of the coin.
We was
I'm
talking about the
Thanks,
Talib
gentlemen.
project.
I'm yin and yang. So, you know,
Now, give me that,
I'm the hardest out.
that
Like,
project was called, was it 7?
Yeah, the 7. Me and Tyler. That's my bro right there.
I was shocked. I'm in Talib's crib. He's like, yo, I gotta let you hear this joint that I'm doing with Styles P. I was like, Styles P. You know, immediately you gonna look at Talib like, you working with
it's
Styles?
my-
You doing the
that's my
joint?
brother.
Yeah, facts.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Shout out to Styles.
Talib.
Yeah,
Like,
indeed.
and you know, he's the feature killer. Talib has I don't think people bring that up either. He's
Yeah, he's
out-rapped
busy.
way too many artists in the game.
For sure.
And when he started playing the joints and I heard it, and I was like, wow, it don't sound like y'all on the same page. You dig what I'm saying? Like every joint, I'm like, oh shit. It gave me a different perspective on you because I never saw that coming. You know what I mean? So tell me like about your upbringing. Why yo? Like
My mom's from South Africa.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, true indeed. Like my mom's from South Africa, my pop's from America, Bed-Stuy, of course. Yeah, I was born in Queens.
Right.
Okay.
Moved to Yonkers when I was 7 years old.
Right.
You know, so that's why I probably actually Coogie's from Corona too, I believe.
Yeah,
But
man.
you lived in Brooklyn for a little while.
No, my pops is from Brooklyn.
Pops is from
Brooklyn.
Pops
We got him.
I lived in Corona, Queens till I was 7.
Yeah, let's repeat
I'm a
that.
Yonkers, New York. I was born in Queens.
Right.
I
Yeah,
was
we only-
raised and bred by Yonkers.
2 points for Queens.
Right.
Sorry.
South side.
Sorry. 2 points for
But
Queens.
I
Brooklyn,
was
carry on.
I
Brooklyn,
was-
carry on.
Pops is from Brooklyn.
I was
We
born
love Brooklyn,
in
it's all
Corona,
good.
but
We're
anyway,
going to take this victory though.
the process of,
Chill, Gav, fall back.
me is like coming up, like, you know, you come up in the hood. I was fortunate that I get my coolness from my pops and I get my toughness from my mother in all actuality.
Wow. Real shit.
To be real with you, my mother always told me, you think this is rough? You know, my mom came up during apartheid.
Oh, wow.
My mom came up from South Africa, hard times, real rough times. My mom came up in
The
real shit. So she's like, all that shit that you think is tough is street, that shit ain't street. Like my mom was the first person to tell me, I think around, I forgot what it was, but when I moved to Yonkers, the first, like actually my brother, one of my closest brothers, best friends ever, B.I.G, my first day moving to Yonkers, I was hit by a rock from a next door neighbor, head bust open,
Goddamn.
best friend to this day.
First day.
BJ, yeah, my brother BG. So coming up in Yonkers makes you rough. Like, you know what I mean? I'm from the South Side. I'm from a dead end block. So I remember at a young age being scared to go outside at one time, and my mom going, "You African? It's 2 of them. Grab a stick. You ain't gonna be scared to go outside though."
Right.
I learned that from my mom.
Right.
That's real shit.
Like, you know what I mean? A lot of dudes get it from somewhere else. I learned that from my mom. It's 2 of them, grab something.
Yeah.
Normally, your mother's the one trying to shelter you to keep you
Yeah,
away
like
from
you
that.
better be prepared to be out there if you're gonna be outside,
Right.
and you can't be scared. And so I took
real.
that lesson in pretty early. It was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it was like, you know, as you see, I'm not a big dude either. Like, you know what I mean? That's what the streets do to everybody. It's not just
Toughen
me.
you up,
Anybody
yeah.
who was ever, if you're outside, you got to deal with the concrete.
Right.
You got to deal with a certain environment. It makes you tough.
So what was going on in Yonkers at the time?
It makes. I'll be 48 this month. That means in 1986 I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, crack hit the streets very hard.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
I've been outside since I was about 7 years old. I'm going back in, but 12, 12, I sold crack. And that didn't even hit me till my son turned 12.
Wow.
Looking at my son turn 12, I had to realize one day, oh shit.
Yeah.
Looking at his frame, his body, his structure, who he was mentally, what he was doing, I'm like, damn, like this is fucking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So
Compared to where I was.
Well,
Yeah.
Quick question: Who put you in the street or introduced you to the street on that level at 12?
the streets. The streets doing no, I mean,
Because you 12, somebody got to give it to you. You probably ain't got no real money, so somebody had to like, yo, little nigga.
nah,
here,
man,
take this.
you got plans and you got structures and you see things in line and you think you got things you want and if you got skippies, you want good sneakers.
Facts.
Right.
Like a lot of people became criminals because of sneakers.
That's a close. Yeah,
I'm a victim of sneakers and clothes. Like I sold crack because I wanted good sneakers. If you want to be real about it,
Right.
Sneakers and good clothes
Wow.
is the making
You had the
of me
skippies?
being. Yeah, I had skippies. I
Yeah,
had
you had the
skippies.
Chinese joints?
I don't know what they was, but I ain't have the right shit at the right time. Like, you know what I mean? I was lit at first.
Right.
They was called
Then
buddies.
something happened, and then I wasn't lit.
I think it was Buster Browns or some shit.
Buster Browns, then it was Payless.
Payless.
It was the Payless.
Payless came later, yeah.
I ain't do buddies. I'm from Westchester. They had Buster Browns, then Payless.
Yeah.
And it was like, this
Payless was full
wasn't
of
it.
crack.
Like,
So
you know what I
So
mean?
it was basically about what you seen in your environment, coming out the crib.
Basically,
seeing
yeah.
people having shit more than
I
you,
wanted to
they
be
selling
Lee.
drugs.
Y'all young, but I don't know if y'all seen B Street. When I seen B Street, and I wanted windbreakers, Pumas, and Adidas.
So
And
that's
then
the
a few
influence.
years later, I wanted more than that. I wanted Delta Forces.
Right.
I wanted Nikes. I wanted
High top joints,
windbreakers.
too.
And I was praying I could get a Volkswagen one day.
The
Or a
Jetta.
Benz or a
Jetta.
Beamer, Corrado, GTI, Rabbit,
Heard.
Jetta.
Did your
that's what
mom?
the
Did your
street-
mom when you was outside? Could she tell?
I couldn't tell if she could tell or not. Pretty much, I mean, when I got a little older, yeah, but I think you had to be around for them times. Like, I can't even describe it, like, what it was back then. Like, if you wasn't there, it's kind of, like, those was the times when it was kind of like, it was one way, then it all switched. That was the time when somebody else's parents could beat you.
Right.
Tell you to go in. When you had to knock on somebody's door, yell out the window to find them. There's no cell phones. There's no beepers.
Right.
Right.
It's Miss such and such, can such and such come outside? Or yo to the window.
Right.
We're meeting here at this time. And so we go from that to, you know, it's tag, manhunt,
Coco Livio.
that dodgeball, yada yada, then crack hits.
Right.
Bye bye
You know,
childhood.
Saturday Kung Fu Flicks, Channel 5, everybody in the house, back out after that,
Back to the
scrapping with each other, tackle football, basketball, baseball,
Suicide.
fly ball,
Suicide was my
Kelly.
Skelly,
Suicide was that shit.
all of that shit. So
shit.
you went from one
extreme to the other.
quick.
Right.
Cause crack.
Like when I
Quick.
see, I was younger, so I was after the crack shit. So I started with weed. I remember by the time I started getting to the coke or whatever the fuck, I bought remember they had the Rolex chains with the nameplate pieces.
Oh, you had one of those?
I had that with the ice and GRAFH on it with
Show
ice
your
on. I'm
age,
young though,
GRAFH.
nigga. I was fucking 14, 15.
Son.
But I like throwback. I would wear that now. I mean, I don't go with the fashion in time. I just like what I like. So I had that shit, and my mom's looked at it, was like, "Are those real diamonds?" I was like, "Nah, this is fake. I got it off the candy box." I tried to lie. She looked at me like, "You lying ass nigga." She looked at me and looked like, "Nigga, I know what you doing." But I was lying my ass. I was like, "No, this is fake. I got it for $5." But I was outside, so I asked you, like, who older niggas put me in certain shit that I probably shouldn't have been in. So I asked you, like, how did you end up with crack in your hand at that age?
Like what was
happened?
the?
Like, I have certain
you
people
saw
that
the
blame, like,
sneakers.
you gave me that, and I went crazy.
You watched Beat Street, and you realized, and I mean, I'm pretty sure school has something to do with it too. Kids in school, like, what are those? Or whatever they was
Whatever
doing
they said back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Wink Glow. I was in junior high with Wink, and Wink used to snap on everybody that was bummy, bro. He got it.
Go crazy.
Like, he made you not want to come to school.
Make you
son.
want to go
Like,
outside. Get some
shout out to Wink, bro. That shit is crazy. So from there, you saw hustling. No backlash from your parents.
I got a South African mom. She's from South Africa. She's an immigrant. She's working on the papers. I'm
doing what you're doing.
figuring it happen. My B.I.G live across the street. I could leave my money there. I could leave my sneakers there. I could do pretty much.
Oh, so you
and
hid the
we
shit.
all
See?
hit it. We all smart enough
Yeah.
to
Facts.
figure out how to
sneak it
maneuver.
around.
And then outside, the same thing is happening everywhere.
Right.
And it's your mom got to work.
Right.
You got to go to school. Some parents got double shifts. Life, bro, just like it is nowadays. Like, it's
Right.
no different from what it is nowadays with the moms with the babies nowadays. Like,
Right.
it's a fine line between, like I always say, my mother raised a gentleman and the streets raised a gangster. And it's you either find a fine line. Like
Balance.
once you make a choice and you outside with a certain way, there's nothing your parents could do.
Facts.
To be honest with you, if you built a certain way.
Right.
And if you that much of a knucklehead,
Right,
which
right.
I was. You it's locked in because you already see what it is.
Right.
If you could observe and you're smart and you're hungry and you want more and you kind of on both sides of the coin. So it was like, even as young people, like, not to be funny, we started off as the average young dude started off seeing our OG bagging up this and that, that we were so, like, I went to B.G, like I'm telling you, B.G. he had a Volkswagen. We was in junior high. We wasn't in high school. I went to junior high in a Volkswagen.
That's great.
Every day. I had Delta Forces of all colors. I did like, we're doing shit that's,
Adult shit.
but you don't know it's adult shit. You just doing what you see everywhere,
right,
and you
right.
inspire them to do more because times are changing.
Right.
Like, we lived in the middle of a time change, which I wasn't able to see until I was
Until it was
older.
over.
Right.
Like, hip hop came about. Like, this is like we're hip hop babies.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We're hip hop juniors, so we're outside, we're playing this shit, we're wearing certain things. We want to be able to provide for ourselves. So we started off from bagging up to going, we could do this ourselves. It was programmed in the hood. Like, Scarface was out.
Right. Was Scarface a
The
big
movie.
deal? Was it that much of a big deal back then?
Hell yeah, it was a big deal. Hell yeah, it was a big deal.
New York up. Shit.
I think a lot of people in music don't contribute enough to Hollywood and rock music in the 80s period and just the way of being. Like, a lot of us get our influences from genres that's outside of the box, and we know how to make it connect and make it beautiful and make it sleek.
Right.
Thanks.
That's just what it was. Like, you see, like you think about it. the first successful dude I seen was a drug dealer for me personally.
Me too.
That I admired.
Likewise.
That I admired. That I say,
I want to be like that.
okay, I see what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Wow. But then as you get older and you go through it, then you understand that's kind of fucking stupid.
Right.
Till you catch that case, you don't know it's really stupid.
Facts.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? So that's the world we live in. Like, what can we do about it?
When did that happen? When did the first case come around that kind of snapped you out of things?
My first case didn't snap me out of shit.
Not even, not even yours.
Like, we here now.
Not
We
even
here
yours. I mean,
now.
the one that
Like,
you
I
saw.
mean-
Whatever one, the one that you saw.
I think once you on the road, I think it depends on your personality.
Okay.
Once you on a certain road, some people gravitate to the road different. Like we were talking about fight or flight response earlier. Like, once I knew to myself that I love gangster shit within myself, I think I knew that at a young age. Like, you know what I mean? And I think I adapted it. I gravitated to it. And also, when you come from a rough neighborhood, at a certain point in time, you say fuck it if certain things happen to you. And a switch hits. Like, I've been beat almost fucking 20 niggas battered me, still shouldn't shatter me. It's not a phony line. That is a real line. But that was a life-changing line for me.
That was my next question.
That was one of them times where I said, now if you cross me, or if I feel I'm in danger, I'm gonna hurt you first, and I'm gonna make an example out of you.
Right.
And I'm not gonna be no rapper that's walking around fucking New York City worrying about security. I don't care what borough I'm in. I don't even care if I'm not even from a borough or a town niggas know. But when I leave here, I don't care if I'm in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, this one and that one. If you cross me and I can find you again, you're gonna fucking pay.
Right.
Because I know pain. I already been through pain. I've had the Martin mask. I've been laid up in my bed in pain, hurting. I've seen grown men look at me and cry, and I came out of that. And I had a revenge spree.
Right.
And once you engage in ignorance, if you don't know it's that ignorance, that could actually be a fucking downfall. Right. If you don't have enough good people around you to drag you back in, because you become egotistical about it.
Right.
Like I went from, and even my whole life, I'm scared to be the loser.
Me too. Shit.
Scared.
That's why I'm aggressive. I'm scared to be the loser. That's why plants work for me a lot. That's why being plant-based, juices for life, pharmacy, it taught me how to calm, say I don't need to walk outside every day with 2 guns. I don't gotta always be on edge. I don't want to lose.
Right.
I don't want to lose, and I want to make sure I can get the fuck out that door if it pop.
Right.
If it pop, it's my job to get out this door by any means necessary.
Right.
But if you don't have the right people around you, and you coming up in a certain neighborhood, around certain people, certain environments, that now turns to ego and pride. That survival thing now turns to an egotistical thing of, I wish y'all fucking niggas would when I come in here. I wish you would. I don't give a fuck who's in here.
That was a lot of the Locks attitude.
Yeah, I
You
don't
saw
give
that
a
heavy in
fuck
music.
who is in here. When I walk in this bitch, I dare one of you niggas to try to violate me.
Nah, we going a little too far. 20 niggas battered me, still couldn't shatter me. I'm only getting up, splitting up your anatomy. I heard that story. I don't know if you said it in an interview before, you broke it down. But it was, through the grapevine, somebody broke that down to me, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's up? What exactly was the situation? This was around school, right?
It's just a bar fight. It's a bar fight. It's a brawl. At a certain time, you feel a certain way, but then, when shit happens, you got to make shit happen, dog. Or
Did you start it? It almost sounds like
Nah,
you
when you
started.
start, I'm not. One thing about me is I'm notoriously known for getting knee deep if it's happening. But I'm a pothead, bro. I like smoke and I like being in the cut. I don't never start shit. But if you include me in it and I gotta be there, I'm gonna make it known that I was fucking there. Like that used to be my biz. Like, okay, I'm here now.
Right.
That's
But
some Brooklyn shit.
yeah, like I'm here. Like
That is
we
some
here. We in a. It started off in a
Queens
in a
of that.
bar.
Uh-huh.
Words happened, and blows was thrown, and me and my homie we was going out, and
It was two of
it
y'all.
just turned. No, it was a lot of people and a lot of things. It just turned on melee, and it just turned crazy. But
Was it actually 20?
it probably was more.
God damn.
Give or
More.
take, it probably was more. I mean, it was a real.
Yeah.
Like I got hit with garbage pills, 2x4s, garbage cans.
God damn.
I had my head was like this when I was
was a
my
riot.
face, my head,
It's like the Martin
everything. I
shit.
was
You had the
in a-
Martin
I
shit
was
going on.
hit fucked up. My adrenaline got me home. My adrenaline got me home, and a few of I had a homie jump over me. They stomped his ass too. God bless the dead.
Oh man.
He died in that shit?
Nah, not in that. In the whole thing. But one of my OGs, Greasy 9. And
R.I.P.
it was, it was cool though because people got to see that I went out.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It took a lot to put me down that night. And so it was helpful to my future, but it also made me more ignorant.
Right.
Of course.
Because
I get
soon as I recovered, I went on a spree. And it was a couple of my homies, they was helping me now, supported me, but I made a revenge spree in the town. And it was like, it wasn't over the top. It wasn't under the bottom either. It was just enough to go, okay.
Fucking with son.
Yeah, like if he's in it, and we don't like to tell the story or do no shit, but almost everything happened in the level of violence.
Right, I get it.
Top tier violence, middle tier,
tier,
lower tier,
tier.
like every bit of tier violence kind of happened. Like
Every weapon was used.
hospital.
Hospitalized.
People went to the hospital.
Right,
Like
right.
that's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna
Right.
leave it at that.
Right.
But that leads you to being more. Now you get more in that time.
Right.
Right.
So now you kind of go off of I don't want to lose, and I know how to win,
Right.
and fuck y'all.
Right.
Because once you get that certain edge, it never changes. Because I was used to getting. It wasn't nothing new to me to get jumped. Like my whole life I've been getting jumped, being in the back. Like somehow, until a certain point, it's like I'm the dude who goes somewhere and I'm the nigga they don't like for some reason. Like I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
So I was used to getting jumped, going somewhere, getting into shit.
How you doing? I've been there too.
Yeah.
I've been there too.
That was nothing new to me, but
Right.
you get that one that's life changing to you. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
it's
It's
like,
like,
never
okay,
again.
all right.
Yeah.
Was that prior
And-
to your rap career commencing, or was it during?
I was getting jumped a lot and having a lot of fights before rap. That was kind of just my upbringing, I guess, to say.
Most niggas get
Unfortunately.
When niggas feel you a threat, you get jumped.
Or you start shit. Both, yeah, either threat
Nah, it just
or
be like,
start
yo,
shit.
niggas
Nah,
jump
niggas see,
you,
yo,
you
bro.
threat.
Some
Or if
niggas
you're
sometimes
surrounded
when
by
you walk in the
Jealousy,
room,
yeah, the
shining,
energy, your energy's
Yeah,
big,
but
yeah.
set niggas demons, yo.
If
Yeah.
you
set
surrounded
niggas
by
demons, bro.
insecure cornballs, 9 times out of 10.
Nobody
you
knew
gonna
that
have
back
an
then,
issue.
though.
Right.
Shit.
Like then
Right.
we didn't have the knowledge to go, he's insecure. He doesn't like me because I'm
Ain't
confident.
nobody think about it.
Yada,
They just
yada.
looking at you
None of
like,
that
I don't
shit
like the way
paid.
this nigga look.
Like-
Nobody broke it down.
None of that played
Like,
part
wait,
back
fellas,
then. Like, you know what I
Don't
mean?
listen to him. He's
Like, you know what I mean?
Insecure.
Like,
He has issues. He's
Yeah.
toxic.
right.
like that was a time that basically anyway, those was the days where you had to make your bones anyway, because
Right.
people didn't really have, even to this day, people don't have mercy for the weak.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And we just in a fucked up time, but that it is what it is. I'm plant-based. I sell herbs and oils, fruits and veggies, yada yada yada. And I'm always on peaceful time, but I always know what a room full of wolves is like and how they feel. So if I'm in a room full of wolves, I ain't the fucking sheep.
Right.
I'm gonna let you automatically know, all right, I ain't gotta be the wildest wolf, I'm a calm wolf and I'm a cagey wolf. And I'm the wolf you ain't gonna want to fuck with. Pick somebody else.
Right.
Pick somebody else. It's not gonna go well for you.
Right.
It ain't gonna go well for me neither, and I'm gonna tell you that.
Right.
I'm smart enough to delegate though. That's where wolves want. I'm gonna go, yo, big fella, check this out. You may win, but you're gonna lose too. I may win, but I'm gonna lose too. Is it worth it for either one of us? And if so, let's do it where none of us are at that risk thing. I'm man enough to tell you I'm scared. I don't want to be in this position, and I'm nervous. Like, that was something I couldn't do my whole life.
Right.
Until I became plant-based. Like, I don't have no problem with telling anybody in this room, I want to get home.
Right.
If you're going to take me telling you I don't want a problem, as I don't want to handle a problem, that's your fucking fault.
Right. And you're going to find out.
That's
And
real
I
nigga
don't
shit,
got to
though.
operate on your time neither. I don't got to operate on nobody's time. I'm going to move accordingly. I'm going to put my hands up. Hopefully you let this ride and don't strike. And I'm going to be able to defend myself, get out of here.
Right.
And hopefully you see this as I'm asking for mercy.
Right.
Like, even most people don't know that. Yo, dog, I don't want no problems. Most people on this going to hear I don't want no problems and look at somebody as weak.
Right.
A wolf is
take a lot
going to
of
look at it as like he's ready to
guard is
strike
up.
and he's ready to defend himself.
Right.
So everything's in language and body language at the same time.
Right.
So you just operate off that, and I want to get home, and I respect you. It's your territory. You own this. You run this. I respect that, beloved. I don't even want no part of this shit. I'm just breezing through. Let me slide. Give me that respect, because you might be on my side next time.
Right. And then how you want that to go. Right.
That's Wolf.
So at this time, the 20 niggas bad and we still give a shit, was Kiss and Sheik already in your life?
Yeah. This niggas done started something. That's from. How could it not be?
Yeah. Okay, bad.
That wasn't years later. That was.
No, I mean when it actually happened.
No, they wasn't there
they
when
wasn't
it
there at
actually
that
happened.
time.
It was actually, I lived down a block from where it happened at.
Right.
And I lived down a block where some homies, we got a thing, we moving out of there. It's not my part of town though. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Got it.
we ain't bubbling, but we bubbling
Right.
on both sides of the fence.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we making noise and music, but excuse me, also as the Locks Bomb Squad, because this is before D Block, or early D Block. We
This is
also
Warlock time. This is
yeah,
Warlock.
we also I would like to say we did something in our town most people didn't do. We're from a town, but everybody didn't act. Lucha Kiss is from the north side. I'm from the south side. We got homies from this block, that block, that block, that block. But when we fuck with each other, we'll collect everybody from every block, which wasn't used to happening. Everybody was kind of territorial, but you my man, you on that side, I'm coming to fuck with you, but I'm bringing him, I'm bringing him, I'm bringing him, I'm bringing your man from your thing, and we got this understanding of what we do. We meet in the square, we go party together, we go downtown, get this weed together, we go do this together, and we represent. And so that by the time LOX was birthed, that's why when we went places in the early 90s, and it's like, who the fuck is these Yonkers nigga?
Yeah.
And why the fuck are they moving this deep?
Right.
And how they're moving is because that's where we came from.
Right.
Before that, like even so as drug dealers, we did things that we didn't have OGs. We had OGs we saluted, but none of us as drug dealers really had OGs that we were listening to. We got put on the game, we did certain things, then we made our own rules.
Right.
Crazy.
Like we came from certain places, was like, all right, this is how we doing it. You got Monday and Tuesday, he got Thursday and Wednesday, he got yada yada, we doing this, we doing that, we moving along, we splitting apartments, we here, like so we eat together.
Right.
Yeah, all right, it's about we fucked up, it's a few of us, split that slice, dog.
Right. One time.
That's why people ask why LOX is like this and these other people ain't, because we know about the trenches together.
That's real shit.
We know about, all right, and I ain't just talking about the group. I'm talking about our whole crew and where we come from, our blocks. Our homies are still homies to this day as 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, upper, younger 30-year-olds, even the 20-year-olds, you understand the tradition of where we come from and what we do and how we live. Like this is bigger than, I could never hate Kiss or Sheik for doing better than me. That ain't in my blood, that ain't in my soul, ain't in my bones. He's doing better. I'm doing better because he's doing better. That's going to enable my family to do better because his family's doing better. That's where we come from.
Right.
That other shit is for suckers. That's how we always
I
like.
agree.
I
It's a
don't,
fact.
y'all, you know, that may be y'all cup of tea, but I don't
It's
really
not like
work
that
for
over
us
there.
over here like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
like when you come up to me, like, you know how many dudes come up? Yo, P, I fuck with you. I love you. Kiss my nigga though. I love Gorilla my nigga. Me too, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. I'm
what
telling
it
you.
is,
right.
So do I, my nigga. That's, I feel how you feel.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be, because anything other than that,
It's hate.
Y'all been rocking
Right.
so long, even listening to these stories on the block, I can't picture you with anybody but those other two dudes. It just sounds like you're,
we bred for this.
I hear hustling stories, I picture you and them. I
Right.
don't picture anybody else. You said your homeboy hit you
Nah,
with
it's
a
a
rock. I
whole
picture
block.
that.
We all together, like.
No, I
Yeah.
dig it, but y'all been a unit, so hard body all this time.
Gotta be.
We talked about the fact that we hear drama from other crews. We hear about internal beefs.
Yeah.
We never seen the Locks have an internal
We're
beef.
going too far. We're going too far. And we ain't even figured out how it started yet.
That's what I'm looping back around to. Where did
Right.
that bond start? Because we're hearing
trenches.
stories. No, but I want to hear when you met.
Y'all all from the same block? Is that what it is?
No,
he said they was from
the north
different
side.
sides.
I'm from the south side.
Right.
Lucha and Kiss been coming up since they families moved to different blocks together. I met them around junior high. I met Lucha in
School.
like 7th, 8th
Yeah,
grade.
same.
Yeah. Then we all went to the And then like it was more like they was like EPMD and I was like K Solo. And then it was other rappers in our shit too, but all of our bond and what we did besides, I can't explain it. It's too hard to, it's like explaining why the mob is the mob.
I get you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Essentially, y'all created
it's
your own
just,
ecosystem.
yeah, it was what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like Lucha Kiss been professional since we were kids.
That's crazy.
Like a lot of people don't really understand this. We was selling independent shit. We was out of the trunk in high school. They was doing sessions like we rapping on the streets, like we rapping on the corners, but they show me like, and I mean like we in fucking high school. I mean 9th, 10th grade, and these dudes is going to the studio, and it ain't just on a corner rapping. It's like the studio, the real or real.
Right.
This ain't no fucking tape or no CD. This is when you got real, when you gotta have your shit tight. They got hooks. You know how to count bars.
Right.
And everything is more so like, holy shit. Now I'm looking at them because we come from a town where you got to be nasty on that mic. And everybody got their street credibility. And besides
where was this spot?
us three and X, there was a lot of other nice dudes outside.
Where was the spot that y'all linked up? Was there an open mic? Was there a circle? Was
the
there?
streets.
It was just the streets.
It's
Y'all
the
was going block
streets
to
and
block.
school. Like when we went to we all went to high school together.
Right.
So we talking about 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. We talking about banging on the cafeteria table, banging on the mailbox. We talk about cutting class. We talk about smoking. We talk about drinking 40s. We talk about fights together. We talking about fights and after school parties together. We talking about just coming up. We talking about Chinese food rice, 40s, Cisco, weed, chocolate, going to Manhattan together as youths. Growing up together, growing
I
up
get you.
together, and then also loving our craft.
Do you remember the day you met him?
Yeah, I met Luch, and I met Luch before I met Kiss.
Okay.
I knew of them both way before I even met them.
You knew of
They
them.
was buzzing already, you saying?
Yeah, they was buzzing already.
Okay.
Anybody who rhyme, you know, all right, they from over there, they rhyme. He from over here, he rhyme. He like it is what it. Like
Right.
I knew X before I knew Luch and Kiss.
Oh, that's crazy.
God bless. I knew X lived a few.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He lived a few blocks from me, School Street. So I seen X as a youth
That's when he was
coming
born
through.
loser.
Like, even
Yeah.
before that, before Born Loser, I
born
seen X.
loser unit.
When he
I
was
know
DMX
Mary
the
since
Group.
I was 7.
Wow.
Since you was
Mary
7.
called me Little Dave to this day. Like that, me and Mary is like, we like more like family.
Wow.
So I've been in her house since I was a youth.
See,
And seeing her perform and do things in parks.
there's a origin story that every superhero.
Yonkers is different, dog.
That's what I'm trying.
Yonkers
that's
is
what I'm starting.
Yonkers
to see.
is a different place. Like you think about who comes out. Think about the Locks Marionettes. If that don't tell you that's a fucking different place, I don't know what else would tell you that is a different kind of place to grow up in. Like you know what I mean? That
Right.
like just think about the artists who came from there.
Facts.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do
Like-
it this way. When you speak to Cormega, and he'll tell you that him and Nas first got cool because Cormega was the man at the park gym,
Right.
and Nas was the little dude looking up to the rappers who used to be in the jams doing his thing. That's how they got cool. It wasn't street shit, it was music shit, right? Your story, as we're sitting here asking questions, trying to figure out, was it street shit first? Was it music shit first? Did he got cool with these other two dudes that were going to be lifelong brothers with him? It all keeps blending. It's like
Everything's blended. It's not either one or first. I sold crack at 12.
Right.
It's outside. They had packs, I had packs, so our street lives began before the music. Like, I've always did both. Like, if anybody, you can ask anybody who knows me, I've always kind of been all around a kind of bored type of guy. If I ever sold drugs, I made sure I had a stock job. So I ain't never just sell drugs. I always had a job.
Right.
I always read. Even if I ain't never been a person that was like scared to be a nerd. I got kicked out of a nerd school. We took a test. They sent me to the nerd school. I got kicked out because of my attitude, but I never was the type to be like, I don't like to read, or like I never been around my homies scared to be myself ever.
Right.
Sheik and Kiss neither. Like we've always, I think, been proud of where we come from, our families, being intelligent, but making the best of whatever you got to make the best of. And back then, when you go outside, it's a different world.
Right.
Like I don't know how to paint that picture, but once you leave your fucking house,
It's hard to paint a picture.
once you leave your house, it's a different world. Like you got your mama's raising you one way.
Yeah.
Then you got a hunger, a belly ache, and a vision of something different that's showing you something that makes you want to go another way.
Right.
And then you got whatever crowd you're around and personally what you want for yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
Which
Like
could
I
be a whole
remember
different direction.
what you behold. Like I can imagine the same for X and Mary. You know what it was like as a youth telling somebody from Yonkers when you don't hear Yonkers ever get shut out. Mount Vernon been shouted out. Heavy D, God bless the dead, been on. Brand Nubian's been on.
New Rochelle.
Our town skipped right over. We right after the Bronx. I think it gave us all such a chip on our shoulder that it was, it became a nasty chip. Like, so to the point where you like, I don't think they know where we're from. Like, you know what I mean? Or what we do. Ain't no fucking cows over here. It's not a cow in the first over here. Ain't a cow over here. It ain't that far up, beloved.
Nah, that's
Right.
a fact.
It's not that, like,
It's right there.
it's
like the Bronx. You don't get left from
It's
Yonkers.
the one place that's,
I wanted to
it
represent.
gave us that chip. Like,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
get it.
mean? So,
So Styles, right? So, all right, y'all in school together, right? Y'all in high school. You, Sheik, and Kiss. You said Kiss and Sheik were in the studio. laying
it was
down
already
verses.
nice. Yeah, we
what
all.
What made them say, "Yo, Styles, come through"? Or
I was fucking nice. What the fuck was you talking about? I was nice.
How did they find that
I was
out?
there from because we're from a town. Like it ain't about how you found out. Your name rings bells if
I
you
get
do a
it.
certain
Right,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
It ain't no about.
So you was already
So when
recording?
I go to, I wasn't
Nice on
recording.
the street.
That's what I'm saying.
Nice
Yeah,
on the
but-
mailbox.
so you
Picked it up.
Yeah.
Ciphers.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
get it. I get
Getty
it.
Square. It's a group of rappers. House parties after that. Like it's been a few house parties. Shout out to my OG Dusty too. Spanish OG Dusty showed me how to. He had a mean knuckle game. Puerto Rican dude. Not even black. I consider him black because Puerto Ricans are black. Blacks are Puerto Rican. Yeah. But Dusty Mike is my OG. He was the first one who showed me something. Besides X, there was also Raw Rome. Right. one of the greatest YO rappers too. So with certain people you hear, you doing, and you got to inspire, you know, you want to get to it. You want to do that thing. So it's like, all right, this is what a few people in the town do. You come outside, somebody's going to be banging on that car hood or that mailbox, and I got bars.
And that's how they found out about you.
I got bars. So anywhere part of the town you at, all right, what part of town, who got bars over on that part of town? Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Who got bars over on that part of town? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. But as we went to high school, we just naturally had the chemistry was just there.
Right.
You remember the first
It was
joint
just
that
the
y'all
chemistry.
recorded?
It was bigger than just rap. It wasn't even out of rap. Like, it was just more so of,
Who came up with the name Locks?
It's Warlocks at first.
we was Warlocks at first. I don't remember, probably Chic or Kiss or somebody, I don't even fucking remember. We was Bomb Squad before we was the Warlocks.
Right.
Chuck D and them had that, so we couldn't rock with the Bomb Squad.
Right.
Then we was the Warlocks because that's where the era was going to. And then we got on and it became the Locks. That was Puff saying you can't be the Warlocks no more. Then that made sense. So we made it to living off experience.
Right.
Which
Living off
what we
experience.
was doing because we understand
Right.
every day we was just kind of going off the experience we was having and making our decisions off of that. So it became.
What was
living
that
off
demo
experience. I don't even think it was a demo. It was us rhyming in front of him.
Oh, Puff?
Oh, y'all spit in front of him.
Mary
Yeah,
hooked
we
that
spent
up,
in
right?
front of him. Yeah, he heard our demo. Mary played the demo on the I guess the tour bus. And then Rough Riders were our managers at the time. This is before they had a label.
Right.
Okay.
And then
PT1.
we end up, then we end up just meeting him and spitting in front of him. And they, like I said, we had a hunger and a confidence that was like probably like no other. One, we was always burning people on the streets. So from Rough Riders, we'll pull up a Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx, anywhere, y'all rap,
We gonna smoke
Word.
y'all niggas.
rap.
Right.
We rap, and we'll burn you the fuck down.
Right.
And so we was infamous for
Did
for
you
getting
ever
that
do
in.
Virgin Mega?
Huh?
Did you ever do outside Virgin Mega?
Store?
Or was that after
What you mean?
outside?
Virgin Mega's
Union Square.
Virgin Mega, Times Square. These was the spots.
can't-
Union Square.
Union Square. Times Square.
I definitely did Union Square.
Uh-huh.
Where they used to have Black Expo at? That 2/5, the Mart.
2/5 for sure.
Anywhere we was fucking at, to be
West
honest
Eighth.
with you.
You had to go to West State.
Anywhere
Outside
we
Fat
was
Beach.
at, burn niggas.
Think about all the records you heard from him.
Burn
Of
them.
course.
So you gotta
Burn.
take it back.
Because
to
at one
shit
point,
like-
now think about it. At one point, every rap we heard from him recorded, he just had memorized, nigga. And he was probably smoking niggas live with them same verses.
Burn you.
Right.
Niggas is finished.
Right.
What we fell in love with recorded was just coming out on fucking mailboxes and shit.
Right.
Niggas is dead.
All right,
Think about
so
that.
boom, you out there, you burning niggas.
Facts.
Y'all
I
hitting the
just think
studio,
about
all
this
that, right? How does niggas just done started something happen?
Well, we was already working. Like I told you, Sheik and Kiss was professionals.
Right.
We was already in the studio from high school.
With X2?
Right.
With X2 at that time?
No, we wasn't with X. X put us on, if you want. X put us, the Rough Riders on us. I was in the county pen at the time,
Okay.
but it was Sheik and Kiss out.
Skip past all that part of the story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
much
I was in
juicy
county
shit,
pen
man.
at the time, but X, this is what makes, God bless my brother too, it makes him a legend, and what makes him show his heart, and he's a true dog. He never had an ounce of hate. He put us on and we got on first. I think he knew what he was the whole time. X was a legend before.
tell he loved y'all.
Before we even made it, he was a legend in our town. Before we even thought about getting on, he was a legend.
You didn't burn X.
So we got on.
Right.
He got us on.
I'm
He
just,
put
I'm
us-
just trying
nah.
to be clear. Yeah, when you were X, when y'all.
Nah,
were
we
X-
rhyme. I rhyme.
We rhyme.
We rhyme. We go.
Right.
What X love us because we dogs.
Right.
And we go. That's what make a dog respect a dog.
Right.
Keep scratching.
Right.
Speaking of dogs,
Keep
reservoir
scratching.
dogs, reservoir dogs.
Hold on,
Keep
not there,
hitting.
not there,
Keep
no.
hitting. Keep going. Keep going. So
Right.
you can't deny who keeps going.
That's a big fact.
And you know it. So I always felt like he, as we did, you know what's what. Like wolf no wolf, dog no dog.
Facts.
It is what it is. You understand what understands you and what you understand.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah, there was certain
That's pretty
rappers you
simple.
run into, you be like, yeah, he gonna.
Even outside, not even rap. Think about it. You could be on your street shit, anybody here at any given time. You could have been on Wolf time, Lion time.
Right.
And you could be all the way on that time, 100%. There's still that one dude you're gonna look at, not today.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be good for me today. This ain't
that's
gonna
a
work.
fact.
That
I
ain't
don't give a
good.
fuck how
That ain't
hard
good.
you were or what time you was on. There's a certain man, you're gonna look at him, you're gonna look at his eye, you're gonna look at his demeanor. It ain't worth it. I know what he gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Because you're supposed to give off that same energy too.
Right. Right.
So X put y'all in the position before himself. As far
X
as
put
his
us in a
production.
position. We got on first, and he just could have took it a certain way, but he didn't. And I think that's why he was
Real niggas.
the magnitude of the star he was,
Right.
and is to this day.
Facts.
So that niggas done started something. These is the days when you couldn't email the open verse and all that.
Right.
So all y'all niggas in the studio.
Yeah.
Legendary.
What was that session like?
Like every other session in there. I think that was just a whole different time. And like people ask about one session, it's like asking how the season was. It's like asking about one game out of a few seasons. Nah, you in there, you come for it. Like we're LOX. I'd never get on the track with Sheik and Luch, hoping they get Sheik and Kiss, hoping they get a better verse than me. No, nigga, I want the MVP every time, but I accept if they get the MVP.
Right.
But it's no slighting. I'm not slighting myself. I didn't come here to be
Second place.
second place at no given fucking time with anybody, any given track.
Right.
I don't care how close we are, how cool we are, what's going on. I'm here to win. I'm here to win. I'm here to win. I'm here to show my ass. I'm here to show off. I'm here to flex that I'm that fucking dude.
Right.
But I accept the outcome no matter how it goes. And if my brothers beat me on this and they get the top tier, I'm glad because we're a team. The team win comes first. But I did come to get MVP. But the team win comes first.
21. Are you listening to this?
Team win
without
comes
malice.
first.
You hear me?
Competition without malice.
This is what it
Cool,
looks
cool,
like.
cool.
You just
Team
gotta
win
make
comes
sure.
first.
So the
but
team win come
I
first.
come from the MVP though.
So if somebody gets stuck,
And
you
he
helping them.
Yeah, we helping each other.
Okay.
You fucking right, we helping each
shit.
other because the team
Y'all
win
brothers.
comes
Come
first.
first.
Facts.
And we brothers. Like I don't expect everybody in here to relate to me the most.
Right.
Why would you? Your story may be more similar to his or his. His may be more similar to mine, so he's gonna feel me a certain way. You're gonna feel him like, and once you forget that, now you're a fucking bitch ass. Because now you're becoming too egotistical and too
Right. You're too into
narcissistic
yourself and
and too much
Yeah.
on your own dick, and that's unhealthy.
right.
Right.
That's very unhealthy.
Now you can't
Very
tell-
unhealthy for the cause.
You can't connect.
You're
with
unhealthy
other
for the
people.
cause.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're unhealthy for the
plant-based.
cause.
It's a pharmacy for life.
Yeah,
We need some pharmacy for life. We need some.
It's not
Wow.
cool.
That would explain why we've never seen conflicts outside of the camp. Any conflicts you guys have ever had? No one. I don't hear any stories about y'all beefing with each other.
You don't hear
Or never
them.
publicly.
But
Never
that don't
publicly
mean it
without
don't
respect.
happen.
No, no.
Brothers fight. Brothers
I
fight.
never
They never
assumed-
fight publicly, which
I
is
never,
why I fuck with these
exactly.
niggas
I
so
never
hard.
assumed that it doesn't happen. I got
It has
people
to
I
happen.
love who I've thrown hands with. I never assumed it.
But y'all didn't do it
doesn't
on
happen.
live.
But the
You know what I'm
fact
saying?
that
They never will.
Your
Ain't
code
no
gotta come
stories.
before everything, man. If you
Facts,
make an
nigga.
oath and you got a code and you believe in it, that gotta come before all of that other shit.
Facts.
Right.
We got an oath and we got a code. That's the most I could tell another man. We got an oath and we have a code.
All right. When you talk about that code, coming from the streets, right? You got this oath, you got this code. Now it's time to enter the industry where oaths and codes don't exist.
It's because y'all didn't exist right. It's because whoever you made that oath and code with, you wasn't being honest with yourself or with them, and y'all didn't exist right.
Right.
Y'all didn't. Y'all as a group, y'all as men, y'all as brothers, y'all as sisters, y'all as brothers and sisters, y'all whatever the fuck it is,
Family.
aliens, family. If you didn't abide by it,
Right.
it because
It's a personal thing.
it's a personal thing, and y'all wasn't really meaning what y'all said from the jump.
Then
that's
you
all
feel
that
that way
really-
about Puff.
About who?
Puff.
it's not my business to feel any way about Puff. I didn't make my oath and code with Puff. I made my oath and code with Sheik and Kiss.
Right.
Anybody else outside of that, I don't expect or under-expect anything else from anybody else. Anything else is a plus or a negative.
Right.
The only thing I expect, the only two people I expect anything from in this game are those two. And that's for them, what they expect of me.
Right.
Simple as that. Like brotherhood, loyalty, beyond what money or this game could do for us.
So walking into that deal, Mary plays the tape for us. It's fire. You guys sit down with him. What's that day like? Are you thinking like, yo, this is it?
Yeah, you always thinking that's it.
Are y'all pre-gaming
from
like,
Yon-
yo,
we from
we
Yonkers,
gonna do
New
this,
York.
we gonna do this? Like,
We're
what?
from Yonkers, New York. We made it.
Right. So
This
now,
is the
now it's
bad
like,
boy. This is the Chicago Bulls of rap.
Facts,
And
man.
we're from Yonkers, New York. That's not even getting mentioned. You can't imagine the magnitude of how we felt.
Right.
It's simple. And then for when Frank White hears you, Big hears you, and goes, "Oh, I fuck with y'all. Y'all rhyme. Y'all rhyme. Y'all are it. I'm glad y'all here." He didn't have to do that. Like, we learned a lot of graciousness, and I learned, for me, Big is the classiest gangster I ever met, and that's bar none to anyone.
right.
Because he showed me graciousness, humbleness, and how to be a brother to somebody you don't have to be when you're in a position. I will never forget that as long as I live. Why would you do that?
Right.
Most people don't.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Fucking
saying? And that showed me that's who he is.
Right.
And that's how you grow.
Right.
What was that first meeting like?
I think it was pretty amazing because I think when he heard us and got to meet us and see how we rocked, it was just an automatic connection from then. As you see how the two teams still rock together today.
Yeah. C's
You know what I
and Kiss,
mean?
they always hanging out and shit. Yeah.
Gutter, D-Rock, my brothers, all of them, Kim, my sister for life. We always
Right.
like, that's fam.
Shout out to C's. Yo, C, stop
That's
playing,
fam.
son.
That's
Stop
fam.
playing, son.
Pull up,
In
right?
Brooklyn,
Word,
son.
man. Stop playing,
Shout
son.
to C's.
That's
Yeah.
fam.
I still want you to paint the picture of the first meeting. I would like to visualize what it was like when y'all met.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
That's crazy for us.
That's epic, bro.
Yeah.
Just a bit, imagine, how do you say it? If you are,
Just walk us through the day. Like, where were you? What
Yeah.
time was it?
Did you get a call? Yo.
no, I just remember rhyming in front of him. I just remember
where
meeting
was it?
him, going in that room, giving him a dap. I remember getting through my county bid, listening to Everyday Struggle, Suicidal Thoughts, and all the like. So you got to understand, like, it's a little too hard to explain because it's like a world change at once.
Right.
So we're in high school. From high school, God bless my man Amari. Damn, he bought the Party and Bullshit thing. I think I stole the tape from him. Party and Bullshit. So we already know about Big from Party and Bullshit.
Right.
Then we getting out, some certain shit happened. Then I end up doing a county bid. Like I said, X shows, Sheik and Kiss.
Mad love.
This, I remember my homie coming, picking me up from the county pen and playing, I just been playing the album all you know, Ready to Die.
Okay.
Ready to Die doing my whole shit. My punk ass for a couple months. And then my homie picks me up and he has a brand new red GTI. God bless the damn, my homie Fat Black. And he rolls up and he plays Who Shot You? And something else. So now it's like it's just
Yeah.
into the world, and then we're doing what we doing, and a few months later,
That was,
here we are.
Right.
That's crazy.
Now we're in the room rhyming
We're big.
with Big. He wants to hear the dudes who Puff like and this and that, and then we're in the room just going fucking ape shit.
That's crazy.
We go ape shit too. When we go off, we go off.
I could imagine.
And our confidence is always on 1,010%.
Right.
Just 3 dudes with very big confidence.
Right.
From so niggas who don't know us, where y'all from? Y'all from Brooklyn? Y'all from this and that? From Yonkers. So it's a chip on our shoulder. We confident, and we go. And I just remember him going, "Y'all rhyme," and that's all that ever stuck with me. And then I remember him from that day on treating us. Not just us. This is what I say makes him a fucking gentleman and a scholar. We come into the lab from that point on, we're chilling. It ain't like, nah, you gotta come fuck with us. Come light up, come drink, come do this. So it's more like a family vibe every day. Now we got chocolate from up top. He loved the chocolate. He puts us on the Branson, other green things. So it's just automatically like.
What I got, y'all got.
And he treated my homeboys, our best friends, all of us, because we all bring our homies with us. So
I love that
it's
too.
the group, but Kiss got his homies, she got his homies, I got my homies. All our homies are homies, but we move how we move, we doing what we doing, and we all a family, but you're gonna see him with him, you're gonna see him with him, you're gonna see him with him.
Right.
And Big treats all of our people like us.
Right.
That's a real nigga right there. I always heard good things about Big. I swear to God.
You can't never, you would
gotta
never
clap it up
forget,
for that. You gotta
you
clap
would
it
never
up.
forget a man like that, ever. You would never ever forget somebody who treats your homeboy how he treats you. So it's roll up, drink, do this, do that, bring me that shit I got from uptown. I'm gonna bring y'all this, and that's how we rolled it. And he even put us onto mad how to be cool when shit is happening, how to take advantage of the feature money, what to do, like, you know. Big was golden, dog. He was the like I said, classiest gangster I've ever fucking met, and I met a lot of gangsters in my lifetime.
Now I gotta ask.
I met a lot of gangsters in my lifetime.
But-
Classiest of them all,
That's so official.
bar none. And I'm not just saying this because of his bars. I'm talking about his demeanor, his attitude, his character, his charisma, his morals, and his principle. Classiest fucking gangster I've ever met.
Did you smell wolf on him when you first met him?
Definitely. Definitely. More than I smelled wolf on him, I smelled leader on him.
Right.
Think he was a natural born leader. And that's what wolves should be.
Facts.
You would hope.
I always heard good things about Big. Everybody that knew him was always, they described him like that. I was like, damn, I wish I could have been around.
He's
him.
amazing.
Listen, Big gave me money at Albee Square Mall, bro. I was a teenager, bro. Running through Albee Square Mall, fucking shoplifting. That's when he had the rainbow color Coogee on. There's pictures of that when he had a handful of money. He was giving a bunch of us kids money, bro.
Wow.
I'll never forget that shit. Just like, yo, here,
Amazing
what you doing,
fucking
shorty?
dude.
Here. I'm
That's
like,
how-
oh, Biggie!
That's how
crazy.
Kane was
Crazy,
to us
bro.
in the hood. Big Daddy
Yeah.
Kane used to do that to us in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at some quarter waters, sunflower seeds.
crazy.
That's how Kane was.
It's beautiful, man.
Noble guys, man.
Still
So you met the legend.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. Now it's time to rap with him.
You rap. When you rap, man. When you rap and you rhyme, dog. And that's it. That's it. You always do your best. Always do your best. Always.
What was the first track?
I'm gonna say you'll see.
I
I wanna say you'll see. I wanna say you'll see.
I seen y'all niggas do that shit live on tour. When y'all went on that tour,
Yeah.
that was the most mind blowing shit I've ever seen, bro. I was
Yeah.
blown. That made me want to like rap and do it for real. It's like,
And he
fuck
was
school,
and he
all
was
that.
taking shots at us on that.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's
man.
what I heard
was
too.
gonna ask, was y'all
That's what I
just-
heard
You
too.
hear that? Niggas
Yeah.
talking it ain't living it. That's definitely for us.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't think most people know what 90s bars is really about.
Right.
Everybody, I think it was so much in an intelligent way that everything was darts and attacks at each
How
other.
did y'all know that was about you? How did y'all know? Because I would have never knew listening to that.
How would you not know?
Yo,
I didn't know. Nigga.
Let me tell you
Oh my God.
something. There's 3 Brooklyn rappers. Go ahead. There's 3 Brooklyn rappers that I heard every time they get on the track with somebody.
You say Jay one of
they're
them?
dissing the nigga that they're on the track with.
Jay, one of them.
Who?
Nah,
The
Jay
Reservoir
wasn't
Dogs,
one
bro.
of
I
them.
heard Jay, but
Reservoir
wasn't
Dogs, they
one of
all this is going at each other.
Big was one of them.
okay.
And the other two, you know who you are.
This nigga.
Oh, come on, man.
You know who you
Is
are.
this the 5-minute
Who
break?
you talking about?
It's cool.
Who you talking
I heard
about?
It's cool.
I heard Ho.
Yo, who you talking about?
You and I know what's going on. Nah, but they out there.
Wildest of wild. It's the wildest of calm. Calmest of wild. That's what makes it beautiful.
Right.
But you got to be nuts to want to do this. You
Now,
got to be partially stupid to want to wake up
I caught
and
my
get thrown
sensei.
around.
I caught my sensei
punched
with a
up.
backhand one time.
Whooped your
It
ass.
served you.
He said, very good, very good. Kicked my
And
ass
now,
right after.
yeah.
And now here we go.
What was you training in?
I did not want to keep fighting. Like the way you talk about I did
But that's
not
a
wanna keep
sensei.
fighting.
See,
Nobody
that's where
wants.
I get-
I can accept
this
that.
where I
L
get
for
stupid.
sensei.
I get whipped into humbleness sometimes in sparring. I leave feeling healthy. I'm good. But my ego, like this is what I'm saying about the ego and pride. When you smaller and you feel like somebody bigger's on a, now they on the defense and the back pedal, your ego automatically tells you chase that man
And that's how
down.
you get caught.
And
And
how
that's every
That's how you get caught.
every time. My coach, I knew you was gonna do that. Here.
Rush in.
one time. Word.
Wah!
Here go to those shit. My sensei was your height.
Yeah.
See,
Cut up like Bruce Lee.
I know what you mean. When I was in college, I tried to train, and I know how to do the boxing shit, but I tried to train martial arts then. But my mom was already programmed, I'm not going to beat the sensei. When he whoops my ass in front of a crowd of people, yeah, I'm embarrassed, but I don't feel like I'm ever going to have a win against you. So mentally, I'm mature enough for this ass whooping.
I'm not gonna
Anybody
lie.
else, I can't
I will
take it.
fuck a lot of senseis up
I
outside on
couldn't
the
beat
streets.
him, I ain't going to lie.
In a group brawl. In a club brawl, like in the mat, one-on-one.
It gotta be like that.
And a thing, I don't know.
But that on
Let
that
it
mat,
pop off in the hood. At a basketball game or a club.
like
I'm
sensei,
better than
come to the
most
rucker.
senseis.
Sensei, come to the rucker.
I'm better than most of them. They're gonna be looking
Fight
around.
me at the rucker,
They know
nigga.
how to fit it in. Hey, you know how to fit it in. Hit
Right.
somebody, get out of here, run. Like the jungle is different. Like
Yeah,
that's what
right.
makes both of these worlds and the meshing
The
of
mat
them.
is so different. The mat is a different world.
No, but
He
you
did-
bleed,
one
you
time he did me
bleed, you
dirty.
bleed
Let
on
me
the
tell you real
mat so
quick.
you can laugh in
Nah,
the
nah.
field.
When I was
Yeah.
doing that
That
shit,
goes.
and I tried to move and like, tapped his jaw a little bit, he caught me in an arm lock that I couldn't get out of. He was like, up, down, roll. I'm like,
So I gotta-
mad long. I'm like, if I don't move, my shit
I
gonna
got
snap.
I got a
It would have
homie-
broke. I was like, God, this is
I got a
embarrassing,
homie.
nigga,
He's
but what you
one of
gonna
the.
do?
He's one of the. I'm not even gonna say his name or none of this, but he's one of like the goofiest. He's like a goofy dude.
Right. Break your shit.
Strike your fucking throat off. He's a wind
Knock your Adam's
master.
apple off.
Yeah, blow your whole.
Fighters are the nicest people.
Yeah,
Fighters
he's
say
like
nigga.
The nicest dudes I ever met.
I'm gonna ask his
Right.
name after this shit. Probably the same that we talking about. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's crazy.
He was
He's
a
a nice-
goofball too, but that nigga was Bruce Lee, the black Bruce Lee. He killed
Bruce-
everybody in this bitch, right?
Is he a producer?
What music? Nah. He was an
I'm
ass
talking
whooper.
to a
Professional ass whooper, that's
producer.
it. A word? Nah, this nigga just
Yeah, I ain't gonna know him.
kick niggas
He ain't
ass.
one of them kind of things. But he will. He's a smiley, laughy, jokey. You think you will fuck him up? No, you will not. He will break you.
Break everything.
We'll take all this from you.
Right.
I needed that.
Let's
I
go.
needed
All
that.
this right here is out of
I
here.
needed this whole
One of
Adam
them guys.
apple
Need all
thing.
this right here.
Now speaking of senseis,
We back on?
we back on. All right. In the studio with Big. It's the moment. You guys did Last Days. Big goes out to Cali. He's murdered. How does that hit y'all?
How did it hit the world? Same way. We got to know him, bond with him, get jewels from him. Him teach us how to deal with a lot of shit from all parts of the game. So it was to say the least, I think for the Locks, the reason why we made it, we always loved Big Papa. Pretty much, we wanted to pay homage to that man. Like he was it's indescribable. Like you know what I mean? It's kind of just like wow, like it was life changing. It was life changing to say the least.
Did you guys feel pressure after that?
For what? Of what and for what?
Big is not there.
Keep the legacy going.
Now
You
it's-
can't feel pressure of filling in someone's shoes who can't be filled. That would make you a fucking total idiot, narcissist, and not a realistic person.
Right.
One, we're a group. Big is a solo act, and just what he stood for and what he did and what he did. Like, I don't think a lot of people understood. Like, I'm not to be funny, but I'm from a different time and era. So for what he did, transcended what I think most MCs could even bear to understand.
Right.
One, he was nice in every category, which makes him, for me, the best MC.
Statistic-wise.
Let's get it to why he's, for me. I'm not arguing anybody, and I'm not arguing anybody's points. I don't even bother at this point. But I felt what made Big very special. Even I felt he was able to take, like I told you, who was the 4 grandmasters, and there was more grandmasters than that, but those was the immediate 4. I think he embodied everybody's style
Okay.
to perfection, and then perfected it himself with knowing how to do it all. I feel like most of the greats are great in 2 or 3 lanes. 3 if you're lucky. 2 is a blessing. Think about it. When you think about it,
Oh, I did a whole chart. I got
think
you.
about all the greats. They are really good at 2 or 3 things, which is why they're great. Like,
Slick Rick storytelling.
Big Daddy
incredible.
Kane lyricism, flow,
slickness,
pitch,
flow, pitch.
cadence.
Swag.
Yeah,
Delivery,
style, overall
flow,
style.
Think of, you name them. Everybody, all of them, I have 2 or 3. Big had it all.
He did though.
And he was.
And he was
right.
big. And he was fat. And he said black and fat, ugly as ever.
However,
Ever. What?
yeah.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
He said shit that was like, whoa. Whoa. He made dirty people want to get a clean shirt.
Right.
He made big niggas get
He
mad
made-
pussy.
Yeah. He made
Yeah,
clean
niggas
people
get
want to
all
get
that.
dirty. He made
Heartthrob never, black and ugly as ever. However,
He made Versace shirts fucking cool
Yeah.
as shit.
Stay
Facts.
Coogie's
Like,
on.
I
Tupac
think
wore
it's
'em
just
too, but
his,
Big made him lit. Keep it 100.
I think his,
Versace, Coogee, and
I think he was able to channel everything,
Yeah.
Right.
which made him a student and a master of the game at the same time. That's what I feel always makes the difference between him and everyone else.
Right.
He was very, very good at everything.
Right.
Girl songs,
Facts.
storytelling,
Club records,
saying hard shit, club records,
street shit.
street shit, making an unconfident dude feel confident.
He
R&B.
mastered that shit.
R&B
shit.
too.
R&B. And he wasn't here for that long.
And he was still young.
His
it's
second
interesting-
album
shit
was a
young.
double album.
He was like 24, right? 23?
24 when he passed
That's
away.
fucking crazy. I mean, he recorded that shit at like 22, 21, 20.
Life After Death, to me, still sets the bar, but that has never been matched.
That's my favorite album.
For me personally, I
He had to be
can't tell
21
no,
making that.
I can't
That's
tell
my
nobody,
favorite album.
like, you know, I don't say it to nobody else. I can't tell what nobody else to feel. I'm just telling you, that's a sophomore album. You think about that. Life After Death is a sophomore
That's
album.
crazy. Yeah, that's really crazy.
No,
Nuts.
it's the introspective shit that he did for me. Like him being introspective, him actually talking about himself.
At that age, though, like, he's a
Yeah,
young,
like to have
young,
that
young
level
nigga.
of self-awareness. I mean, first of all,
Like
suicidal
20,
thoughts
that was 23. Some
was
shit.
crazy. Suicidal thoughts alone was crazy. But then when you listen
Everyday struggle.
Crazy.
Sky's the limit on the next joint.
Pray for my downfall.
Niggas bleed.
No,
Niggas
but
bleed is a fucking whole
Ted
play.
Crack-
no, but that's
Commandments.
a whole play.
bro.
That's a
That's a
movie.
fact.
I
That's
tried
a
to-
movie by itself. I'm talking about
First of
when
all,
he's
I
talking
tried to
about
make a
his
movie
own
out of
self,
niggas bleed alone.
Right.
which you
Now
could.
look,
me years to
here's
figure
what's
that shit
crazy.
out.
Pools and myself feel like think about it. Like if we let's be for real. Like fuck it, because I don't even care no more. I've hit mad people. Arizona Ron is a movie.
Facts.
Look, I didn't even know that. Look, that's
Facts.
His
crazy.
life alone
Alone.
is a movie.
Facts. Since it's on, I call my nigga Arizona Ron from Tucson. Push a black unicorn. Usually had the slow blues on. Mostly rock the Isley. Stupid as a youngin' chose not to move wisely. Sharp in the game, him and his close quarter juice.
I just wanted people to know we sharing jewels though.
Ron brought a truck, 2
bricks laid in the cut. His peeps got bucked. Got locked the fuck up. That's when Ron vanished. Came back speaking Spanish. Lavish habits. 2 rings, 20 carats. He's a criminal. Nigga made America's most. Killed his baby mother, brother, slit his throat. The nigga got bagged with the toast, beat it. Took it to trial, beat it. Now he feel he undefeated. He mean it. Nothing to lose, tattoos around his gun wounds. Everything the game, embedded in his brain. And me, I feel the same for this money.
Now let's hold on. Let's just say,
right.
somebody, if somebody like me was in a room with Martin Scorsese, listen to this. That is a movie.
Facts.
That is your 2024, 2025, 2026 Scarface, Arizona Ron story. Think about it. First of all, let's think about this. Let's talk about hip hop, period, right?
Right.
Hip hop, we are so talented, we don't even know it.
Shout out to Arizona Ron.
Facts.
Venus and Vicious. Brenda. Bitches from Eastwick, LOX. Because most of Hollywood is based off of books. Most successful movies in Hollywood, in case no one knows,
Right.
are based off of books or past story.
Right.
What about our stories? About all these rappers telling these.
It would be a
Me and Eric B was chilling at the Palladium, seeing the all gold cup. Come on.
Facts. They movies.
These are all movies. These are all scripts.
Wow.
These are all things we could start transcending and saying we could do different things. But if you start thinking about where Big's mind was at and what he was doing, he was rapping movies.
That's crazy. He really fucking was when you say it like that.
Facts.
He was rapping whole. He was rapping
He
movies.
was like 21, 22.
21, 22, 23.
Crazy when you think about it, son.
Advanced for his age.
What?
But
You really think
He was
about it.
advanced for anybody's age.
Word.
But if he was a kid doing this shit.
For anybody's age.
But the
For
greats,
anybody's age.
the
Most
greats
people
we
don't
talk
understand
about,
that. A lot of us are, and we don't give a. We're in so much competition with each other, which we should be, because you should be. If you want to get in this shit, be
Still sharp
competitive.
as steel, that-
Right.
absolutely.
Still sharp and still.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But also be able to acknowledge the steel as sharp
Facts.
Right.
at the same time. The steel that's already sharp, acknowledge it because it's gonna make you a little bit tougher.
no
Absolutely.
malice.
All right, like I not being funny, but I'm looking at him going like this. I'm like, I like his tuck.
Right.
I like where the tuck go. I
You
like
talking
where
about me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
It's just little small things. All right, when I throw my shit chin, I say, all right, he went over here a little bit. He went in.
Yeah.
Right.
He went in his chin and the shoulder. He came up here.
Right.
Average dude may be here. Average dude may be there. Like little small things make you a little sharper.
Facts.
Right.
All right, let me like it's the small intricate things with we could all make each other better and all acknowledge each other's greatness
And you got to watch one of the
at the
greats
same
work.
time.
You
I
got
watched
to
a
watch
lot.
one of the greats.
I not watch. I got to work with the greats.
Right.
That's a part of why y'all
I'm
so
a
great.
blessed man. Let me tell you something.
Come on.
Talk your shit.
on.
Let me talk my shit.
Talk your shit.
Talk my shit.
Talk your shit.
I'm from Yonkers, New York.
Yeah.
I got to know DMX as a child.
Facts.
Rap with him. I've rapped with DMX. God bless. Big.
God
God
bless.
bless.
Hov and Nas.
Facts.
Let's go.
Mobb Deep.
Let's
Y'all
go.
can't tell me shit.
Let's go.
Black Thought, Talib,
Black
Pharaoh
Look at
Monk.
the camera. Say.
You can't tell me shit.
Facts.
I am the Jedi.
That's a big fact.
I am a Jedi.
Right. Facts.
Yo,
Like
that
a
is
lot of y'all look at like, you know, for me, no matter what happens, I'm gonna die a great man. I'm gonna die a great man because for what I love to do, for the craft I love, I've been with the best in the game,
That was a
in the
murderous
world,
No,
nigga.
in the history of
world.
the
in
genre.
the history of
Of
the
the
fucking genre.
genre.
Yes.
And I've been acknowledged by all of my forefathers as a great also.
Facts.
as a great also. You know what it is for Rakim to tell you, you that dude? You know what it is for Kane to tell you he fuck with you?
That's crazy.
KRS? You know what that means? Cool G? EPMD? You know what it is for Slick Rick to tell you you fresh one day? Do you know what this means?
That's crazy.
See, a lot of y'all, you know, I don't knock y'all. Things are built different nowadays. There's numbers, followers,
Algorithms.
Shit like that.
algorithms, all of that. Me, it's honor, pride, privilege, craftsmanship.
Taking a
This
break.
thing of ours.
Taking a break from the story, are the young boys that you're like that too? Are there young boys that you're like that too? Like, yo, I see you.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing out there.
I do that with a lot of people. If you love the craft, you're a craftsman. I don't go with the age group. I go with if you stand for this thing of ours, because we as LOX have been fortunate enough to be embraced by those who came before us, our peers, and somehow we're fortunately the OGs that the young people fuck with.
Yeah, you had a very few ones.
We're one of the few. The young boys seem to fuck with us. You know why? We don't step on their toes. I'm not trying to be in your place, young fella. I know I'm your unk. I know I'm your OG.
Right.
I know I done what you thinking about doing.
Right.
I'm here to help you out. I don't need your limelight. I don't need your camera time. I don't need to step on your toes. I want you to be able to know, like I know, it goes from hobby to job to career to hopefully you make legend status.
Right. Who's the young boys that you got your eye on right now?
For me, I like Simba a lot.
He's a beast.
Son is good. Son is dope.
Out of all of the young, I don't know his age particularly, but for how he raps and what he stands for, and how he holds the culture, for me, he's one of my new favorites. Cause I like how he puts it together. To be honest, he gives me the. Before him, it was Griselda. They've been around for a while now though. I think Benny Conway, they give it up a lot. Shout out to Westside. And like they stand for something beautiful. Before that, it was East for me. You know, that's my beloved. That's my baby bro. There's a lot of other young boys too that's dope. But for me, my newest one that I would say embodies what we do. I like the Russell too. LaRussell too.
We just had him on the show.
We just had.
I like LaRussell too. I like LaRussell.
Stay tuned for that, by the way.
I like Simba because I feel they embody, even though they're from the other coast, different time period, I feel they embody the craftsmanship of this shit.
Right.
I believe for me, if you're a craftsman and you could put it together in a way where I'm going, and it's a few other dudes too. I'm not really when I get in my own zone, sometimes I'm like, fuck everybody, to be honest with you. Like, you know, I'm on my last 2 solo albums, to be honest with you too. So I'm tuned in, but I'm also tuned out.
Right. You said last 2?
Yeah, he announced
As a
his
solo
retirement
artist.
As a solo artist.
We still do a few collabs and lock. You know, I do my collab projects and lock shit, but I think I gave a lot of solo
Hope was not
albums.
lost. Hope was not lost.
I feel like I
Still with
gave
us.
more solo albums than all my peers.
Nah, you did, son.
Or at least most of them. It'll be hard for you to find somebody.
How many
at my
in
age-
total do you have?
I have no idea, but more than my peers.
I would
You
just
want to
say,
add mixtapes in?
Yeah.
You want all that? I
Yeah,
think
it's too
I
much.
think I've outdone everybody pretty
that's a
much
fact.
Right.
in my age group.
I think you guys managed to snag the youth extra at Versus. I think whatever respect you had going into it,
It tripled.
flew through the roof.
They
definitely
understood
did.
what cloth you came from on that stage, seeing it live.
Yeah, that was pretty-
Niggas didn't see it all together live like that.
Hold
like,
on. Let's bring it back, because we didn't even get the money, power, respect yet.
I thought that was going to be your. Hold
You
up.
going order, which I like. I mean, I'm just trying to slow myself down with something. I got so much fun questions at the band. I'm like,
We're going back and forth. It's LOX. We time jumpers.
Right.
We
Facts.
time jumping
Facts.
today. Y'all going back and forth.
Yeah,
Boom,
that's
boom,
better
boom,
for
boom.
me. Yeah, that's
Real
good.
fuck, we're going to time jump today.
Now, let me sit back. Go
ahead, bro.
No,
Do your
this is
thing.
aimed at you. I thought your first question was going to be, why did you do that to Dipset.
Yo, stop. Yo, shout out to Kim, shout out to Jim, shout out to
Those
Joel.
are brothers.
He
Those are
always
brothers.
asks, no, he always asks a crazy question to start the show off with, and I didn't even say nothing to him because
Yeah,
I'm
man,
sitting there on the
it-
side
it-
eating
it-
popcorn. I
those
just
are-
knew he was
yeah.
gonna go.
Those are
So why y'all
brothers,
do that to
man.
them?
Could've stayed
But
up
look,
all
look. I know it's a family element there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
We talk about competition
we
without malice, though.
already talked about
It's
it.
without- it's
We
without
already know what
malice.
happened.
Yeah.
Like anytime you go into anything, that's like saying, like you said, sometimes here and there, we gotta fight.
Right,
Yo, bro, we gotta spin this corner.
Brothers fight.
right.
We gotta do what we gotta do, and it's gonna be what it is. But after that, it is back to what it is. Like, you know what I mean? For us, you gotta understand, we always came from a point in time where it's finish 'em, and that's what we live by. LOX. I'm not lying. Like finish 'em. Like
Right.
if you know our history, a lot of young people didn't know that before verses.
That's what
If
I'm
you
saying.
get into lyrical warfare with LOX, you say something about us, we're back at you immediately.
Right.
It's not gonna take long. It's not gonna be weeks. It's not gonna be a few days. What did he say? How did it go? Oh, we like that too. And that's how we go, because it's like a fight.
Right.
Right.
Okay, my nigga, that was a good right hand you just threw. I like that. All right.
Watch
it.
this.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Right.
We getting a little nasty in the bud now. So
Right.
it was really more, so to be honest with you, it was more so of an understanding timing and how the world works and showing people something at one time. So it was really more so an understanding what happened in all of the verses before us. Had nothing to do with even our brothers, we going against our brothers that time. It was more so like every other verses that came out here before, everybody just wanted to have a fly outfit, stand across from each other, and not engage. It is not like we against each other, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're LOX
Yeah.
and New York City dudes, we're against each other. We against each other tonight.
Fact.
We'll fix this shit tomorrow.
know.
We'll get back to it.
Right.
We'll do whatever we gotta
I
do.
predicted that the verses was gonna go to Madison Square Garden.
But this is gonna get a little chippy.
Right.
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 You're gonna
That's
get a
your
little,
shit. Yeah, chippy.
you're gonna get a little chippy right here. This is for the.
Yeah, knocking hats off.
All right, well,
Word.
all right,
That's it.
before-
But you know, it was more so of a competitive thing, and those is our brothers. And you know what it was? They had the advantage going in.
'Cause they from
If you really wanted to know,
You think so?
yeah, definitely. Not
Yeah.
not even from being from Harlem.
Harlem, not.
It was because of technology.
Right.
So technology, the kids didn't know about Rockefeller beef, G-Unit beef, mixtape LOX.
We didn't even get there.
How we get every
didn't even get
number one, number two on the. Nigga, you want to do a mixtape?
Son.
We invented mixtapes.
We
We
ain't
invented.
get there
We
yet.
invented East Coast culture.
That's right.
We invented New Day East Coast culture.
Style, slow down.
Not slowing down.
Slow
Fuck
down.
We are here. We invented this shit. We invented go. I'm gonna give you free bars
Fact.
that you don't have to pay for.
Four.
That I'm gonna rhyme over these other niggas' beats
Right.
that you think is nice
And smoke
to
'em.
show you we don't give a fuck.
Right.
This is what LOX do.
Right, right.
We are from that part of town.
Right,
What?
right.
What did he lay? Let's lay it.
Let's go.
Give us the beat. Give us the instrumental. We're here.
Yeah.
I love
It's a
it.
Clue tape. God bless the dead. It's a K Slay.
All right, so let's get
A
to it.
Envy. A Big Mike. Or whoever the fuck it is. We rhyme.
Big Mike.
Before you get into it, let me say this. Let me say this.
We
Let me say this.
rhyme,
Real quick,
dog.
real quick.
We rhyme. You think you do this shit better than me? You think you do this shit better than my two brothers? You think you outside? We was outside before y'all was talking about being outside.
Right.
Before that was even the thought of being a slang term, dog.
Right.
We invented no security.
Right.
We invented giving y'all niggas mixtapes for. There is no mixtape game without us.
That's a fact, nigga.
Have they ever given us that credit? No. Have we ever even asked for it? Fuck it. We here today?
Let's
Who
talk
invented
about
that shit?
Who invented it?
Who invented it?
Who invented it?
We
I give it to
did.
the locks, nigga. Me personally, that's what I want to say.
Who?
No
We
security.
going around the room.
Mixtapes in this street shit.
Is it a debate?
Who? I don't know
Not
who
to
thinks-
me.
Who
Anybody.
opened the lane up for these dudes to get millions of dollars layups,
Off
do
mixtapes.
all of this. Who did that off of mixtapes? And you know
I
why
say the
we
locks.
did it?
I say the locks.
Do you remember we was banned? And we was blackballed?
Yep.
And we was
Yep.
said, fuck it, let the locks go. And we did stupid shit. Do you know how we stood alive? We rhymed.
Rhyme your way out. Rhyme your way out.
Rhyme your way out.
Huh?
Hold on.
They never
man.
give us our credit, though.
Hold on.
Who the fuck was wearing white tees before us?
Hold on.
Talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Who fuck is y'all talking about in here? Who invented white tees in hip hop?
Oh, God.
Yeah, the fellas. Do the history.
I love it, nigga.
The boys. Yeah. Who invented we showing up? Fuck security.
Right.
I'm here with my bros.
30, 40 deep.
Who invented that?
That.
And who never asked for the credit?
Right.
My two
Y'all don't
brothers
get enough flowers.
and myself.
That's
Hold on,
my
wait,
opinion.
wait,
Y'all don't
wait.
get enough flowers.
Never asked for none of that.
We gotta get some money, power, respect.
Wasn't no money
Can I
for
give
them
us flowers first?
freestyles.
Can I give us flowers first?
It wasn't no money for them freestyles.
That's
Y'all
a
want to
fact.
hear the shit?
Let's go.
Y'all want to
Let's
hear the shit?
Yeah.
We love music. We ain't only MCs, we fans of this shit.
Facts.
We know what y'all want. You wanted to hear from your favorite MC. You were starving before that going, these niggas never give me nothing. I gotta wait a certain amount of time. You know what we said? We
Go.
so dope, we so cope, and we rhyme. We know how this shit go. Infuse it all.
Facts.
Feed them. Feed them even if you ain't getting nothing off of it. You fuck with me, you love me, you spend some money with me, you support me, my nigga. Let me say this shit over this beat so you know this is what the fuck we do.
Word.
Facts, nigga.
Now, look, no.
For fact.
Clue sat in that chair. He said number ones,
The lock.
the locks,
Fucking right.
Rockefeller,
We earned that.
and who was the other one?
Fab.
Fab.
Locks number one.
But the locks are number one though. Locks number one. I gotta say this because without y'all, I wouldn't sound the way I sound, my nigga. That's why y'all. I have to give you your rose.
Keep talking about
today,
these
my
fucking
nigga.
mixtape shits and
Nah,
and
y'all invented
who did
the
the
shit.
most mixtapes.
Y'all
and-
niggas-
Oh, are
no,
y'all
nigga,
fucking
y'all niggas
serious?
got it.
And you know what we do?
Y'all
We never
niggas
say
got
nothing.
it.
Right.
Y'all niggas got it. Y'all
I'm
niggas
talking
got
my
it.
shit today on this show.
Talk
This
your
is where I
shit,
go.
kid.
Let's
Have you
go.
ever seen us?
Let's
Have you
go.
ever seen any of us complain about it?
Let's
Or say
go.
any of it?
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers owe us.
Right.
But we watched you show it on Versus.
You owe us.
Yes.
We watched
I
it
ain't gonna
come out
lie.
on
Yeah.
Versus.
I ain't
That
gonna lie.
was masterful.
Come on, son.
From
Bruh.
start to finish. Y'all, them niggas ain't got no girl records. I don't think they like girls. I wanna ride and die,
Yeah, they
bitch.
fucked up, but that was a mistake.
Neck. Money, power, respect. Come
Please,
on.
please,
Come on. We gotta
That
get
was a
to
movie.
Please.
Money, power, respect.
Money, power, respect is a simple understanding of. That was an ill session too. Shout out to my sis, Kim.
Shout out to
We
Kim.
was smoking, we was drinking, we was working. We had our shit on our mind, and we stood up making that hook. We stood up. A lot of people fell asleep, and yeah.
Just fire though.
Yeah, that's what we understood, what we wanted, what we was in it for, and what was kind of the most important things in our community.
Right.
But now it's different now. I just want to say that nowadays. I just want to be clear since we here now,
Right.
and fuck it.
Right.
Money should be. It's not catchy, but money should be third on the list. Nowadays.
Power, respect, money.
Nowadays, yeah, you should have power, respect, and money. You should have respect, power, and money.
Money, yeah, respect first.
You should get the respect first. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Nowadays, we in different times. You know, before we was younger, seeing it a different way coming up nowadays. But what's more important is that we all respect each other in this room.
Right.
Because if money comes first, then we kind of lose context and contact
Right away, yeah.
and
Right.
the understanding of who's most important in this room, which is all of us. Not one, not two, not
Three.
who has more and all of that.
Right.
As
Right.
a unit, we should figure out how to make it work for the unit coming behind us.
Right.
So if he got more money than you and he got less money than you, And if you look up to him for having more, then you may look down to him for having less. And then that doesn't work for the next generation.
Right.
So it's really about the respect, then the power we have as a unit, and then the money we can gain from that.
I like that though.
That's where I'm at today.
What's
Charles, you got a book
Yo.
out, man?
Yo,
Where the book at, man?
Yo.
Where the
It's
book,
coming
bro?
in a minute.
yo, drop the jewel.
I'm looking at the napkin like, I'm sorry, napkin. I ain't meant to drop a napkin on your floor.
what's replaced that in today's scene? Do you think
Fucking clout.
money, attention? But I wanted to hear.
Mac.
No, I'm asking.
Numbers.
Numbers.
Followers, numbers, and attention.
Right.
I agree. What you think about the shit that 21 Savage said with this Nas thing? Because I think that's numbers, clout, and attention. He's fucking confused and
And
lost.
I want to say.
My opinion.
I want to say
Yeah.
it's, I'm going to be a mature, older fella on this one, because this is where becoming a man and not letting your ego and pride kick in, and not letting your personal feelings kick in.
Right.
One, I'm a hip hop master. I'm an MC.
Indeed.
I'm a legend.
Facts.
Nas paved the way for me. Big, Hov, Mobb Deep, Rain Chef. Nas is probably the first prodigy of the four grandmasters that I named to come out and set the new way of what new street eras do. So he opened the door for a lot of us.
Right.
So I'm going to take it a little more personal than the average person. But me as a black father, knowing 21 Savage is probably 20-something years younger than me, 18 to at least 20 or 18 years younger than me.
Right.
I have to think about him as I would think about my son if he wasn't schooled, and that could be my nephew, my son, my little bro. And I got to say it like this. If a young fella, him negating or challenging Nas's relevance is him negating and challenging his own relevance at the same exact time. If you don't respect history, you don't respect who came before you, those who come after you will do the same exact thing to you.
Right.
You are just going by living in the moment, which you are supposed to do.
Okay.
Supposed to live in the moment, but you're supposed to respect the past and look into the future.
Right.
So I would tell him as a young dude, what you just said is going to be an exact reflection of what you may receive.
Right.
And I wouldn't want you to do that because you work hard to get in that position you got in.
Right.
As Nas did. Even before you won't even have that position if it wasn't for Nas.
Fact.
Right.
That gateway, maybe even though you didn't see it, is hip hop ain't even 50, bro.
That's real shit.
Right.
And what you doing is playing part of what the crackers
it
want
just
you want
turned
to
50.
do.
It just turned 50.
And
It's
negate.
about to.
I was about to turn 50.
No, it's not 50 yet. It's
Not
about
about
to.
It's about to.
It's about
It's coming
to.
up.
Okay.
It's coming up.
But if you negate something, I'm 48.
Wow.
Hip hop's gonna be
You a
50.
hip-hop
I'm
baby.
48.
You a hip hop baby.
yeah.
You
a hip-hop
understand
baby.
that?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I could have nutted that little nigga out. I could have skeeted. How old is that nigga? Not even nigga. That young king. I'm sorry.
Right, young king.
That young king. Pardon me. Sorry. How old is that young king? How old is that young king? Let's get it right. I'm sorry.
But I want to clarify something.
If I'm 16 years older than him, I could have skeeted him out. So we can't really knock him if we his fathers. We could be his father. We got to teach him.
Right.
And not take it personal what he said, even though it may be offensive to us.
And I'm not bashing. That's why I actually.
No, because I want him to look at it like, look at all the work you done.
Right.
He's 30.
Right.
He should know a little
Yeah,
better.
you know
I think he should know.
He
better.
should-
That's my
but
opinion.
it's
He
the
should
thing.
know a little better, not a lot of
I want to
better.
clarify this. I want to
But hold
clarify this.
on, even as a 30-year-old,
I'm not dissing him at all.
hold
Let me
on,
say something.
like
No,
it goes but it goes back to what I'm saying.
Right.
He's a 30-year-old, right?
Right.
I'll be 48-year-old, 48 this month. I could have skeeted that little king out.
Right.
Still old enough to be his father,
Right.
or older brother.
18.
or uncle. Yeah, I could have
Right.
skeeted him
18,
out.
yeah,
Still
you
old
could've.
enough to be his
18,
father.
Right.
Right.
Right or wrong. So with that being said, should we be ignorant or treat it as like I'm old enough to be his father, big brother, or big unc or OG, and teach him, "Look, listen, young fella, check it out. You see how hard you've been working these past 5 years? 7 or whatever,
10 tops.
10 tops.
Right.
That man been working triple hard as that. For you to negate him, you're gonna automatically be negated too in a certain amount of time. Why would you do that to yourself?
Now,
Even if you feel that way, learn to be quiet,
And humble.
humble,
yourself.
adjust yourself, and be happy for them. Like now, we got it even more so than that. If you want to be real, let's be real. What made him say that?
he
Hold
was-
on. What made him say that? No. Now let me
I'm gonna tell you.
What made him say that?
Right.
Like like his rationale behind it.
No, his rationale and his defense, because I listened to him saying it, and then I listened to his explanation. He was more so saying, amongst this generation, they don't really look to Nas the way that they would look to a Drake or a 21.
And I
Why
agree with
would
that.
they?
That's what I'm about to say. I agree with that.
Right.
But
And
why
he
would
said-
they?
He said no disrespect to Nas, but when he said it, that's what he meant as far as like this present generation.
Yeah, but guess what?
This is how he feel.
It's somebody
Right.
somebody older to tell him, young fella, you want to take this act on the road 15 years later. Simple as that.
Right.
It is simple as that. You want to be able to take your act on a, even if he's not, you're not going to be relevant in 7 years to that same crowd. 5 years, maybe even less than that.
Right.
And you do not want them to do that, what you're saying about Nas right
To
now.
age you
Right.
out.
To do you.
To age you
to
out.
do that to you. Right.
Because you are talented. You earned your spot. You earned your name. You made it to where you made it. Now because you're not the youngest and hottest and newest, most powerful, most strongest, most influential genre that's ever existed.
Right.
Certain
Should
shit
you be
just
X'd out?
sad.
Right.
In 5 years? Because guess what? You can't X Nas out because he made legendary status already.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to comment on. The
You ain't made legendary status yet, young fella. You're lit. You're dope. People love you. Can as many people recite your rhymes as much as they can recite Nas's rhymes? Ask yourself that, young fella. Fucking no way. Ain't no ain't no
Even beyond that. It's
No, it ain't, bro.
I don't
It's
take
even
nothing away.
beyond that.
Hold on,
No,
I
it
don't-
ain't,
I don't-
bro.
I don't take
No,
nothing-
it ain't, bro.
I don't take nothing away from these guys, but
No, it ain't, bro.
But if it is, it's because of the work that Nas put in.
First of
That's
all,
how I look at it.
hold on. I'm gonna be real with you right now. Fuck it. You want to talk? We want to have real hip hop conversation.
Let's go. Let's
Talk.
go, Styles.
We ain't even. These young motherfuckers don't even care about rewinding.
Playing shit back.
True.
Living with it.
No,
You
he's-
know
no,
what?
No, he's not talking about that. He means the music itself doesn't have the rewind
It
factor.
doesn't
Yeah.
have a
You hear it
rewind
once and
factor.
it's done. You digested
Like,
it already.
like
They would argue spins with you.
I don't give a
that.
fuck about you arguing
Numbers
spins
don't
with me,
matter,
young
that's what I'm
fella.
about to
You
say,
can go
too.
ahead. No, numbers do matter.
No, not what I'm about to say next, but go ahead.
Numbers do matter. I hear you, young fella. Go ahead.
Right.
They microwaving y'all motherfuckers like a motherfucker.
That's
Yeah.
a big fact.
They microwave pop y'all, you out of here.
Styles, that's about to go viral.
You're microwave.
Right.
If you don't have no shit that where somebody said, he said this. Even look, right? We in the microwave era.
Facts.
We've been in that for a while. We've been
Right.
in mumble rap, all kind of shit that I don't even understand.
Right.
Replaceable
Snap.
music.
Dancing, snapping, this
Right.
and that. I don't care. I'm not hating on none of it. I want every young black man, young black queen, young Latino, even if you're a poor white, if you can make money off this shit, God bless you. I want you to make the most you can and keep it pushing.
Facts.
The next generation is supposed to do better than the last generation financial-wise.
Right.
So I'm not really mad at that. That shows we progressing. But at the same time, we're losing some part of the culture.
We're not doing
and
as well culturally.
what's being holding on.
That's what
so
I'm
now
trying to
here's what
say.
but we ain't
Yeah.
lose that much because they ain't never said a whack ass nigga is number one MC lyricist.
That's a fact. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even if it's anybody, you're gonna say, if you ask the young kid today who's the littest, they're gonna say Kendrick,
Drake or Kendrick or
Drake,
Cole or somebody. J. Cole.
Cole.
Like a rap for real.
No, they're not
Somebody-
saying Future. They're not saying Future.
Nah,
This
they
is
ain't
like
gonna,
the lyrical. This is
they
like
gonna
the
say
lyrical.
Future's the dopest.
Right.
There's
The
never
most
been
lyrical
a
is
Shout out to
time.
Future, though.
There's never been
Shout
a
out to
time
Future.
in this
That's what
music
he's saying.
where the nicest dude wasn't on top. That's what he's saying.
Which
There's
I
never
love.
been a there's
Never been a time where
right.
you can't be nice and
not be on
lyrical. You gotta be nice to be on top.
That's
Right.
period.
I don't give a fuck what happens. It may be all confused, lost in the mist. When it gets to who's on top,
In every
it's
era.
somebody
Right.
in every era, somebody who can rhyme. Even if it's questionable who's writing it, who's doing what.
Whatever.
No, but there's a pin behind it.
It's gonna be somebody who said
lyrical.
that shit was lyrical. That
Right.
shit was crazy.
That's J.
He
Cole
said
and
some
Kendrick.
shit.
Right.
J. Cole and Kendrick.
It's even with Griselda coming in because they're saying shit.
Right. Facts.
Everything was they said some shit that would push it. Like
Butcher and
Simba, Villain Paul.
Simba, everything is like
What's the boys from the West Coast? Razzcast's sons. We just had them here. The four
Oh,
dudes.
Coastal Contra.
That's
Yeah.
right.
if you ain't saying some shit,
I like them.
Shout out to
other
them.
niggas.
at the end of the day, you got to be saying some shit.
that's a
Right.
fact.
All that other shit, it comes, it goes, it's in between, it's happening, it's lit. Like
Right.
you can't hate the young fellas for being stupid.
But
Let's be real about it. Like no,
Yeah.
no, it is. It is. It's stupid because
But you
we
talking
as
about the
elders,
audience, though.
We as the no, I'm talking about all young fellas, rap, streets, business world, college, everything. If they stupid,
And we blame ourselves.
if they saying dumbass shit, if they saying illogical shit, it's our fault. Those who came before them, now we gotta pull back and say, where did we fuck up?
They don't
Where
respect
did we
what
go
was before
wrong?
them. They don't
Why not?
respect
That's what I'm trying to
before them.
say. That's look, let me say this real
But
quick.
if you don't respect who's before you, this is
But
what I'm
that's-
saying.
that's
Is
the problem.
Well,
Let me
you're
say-
fucking
look,
dummy as
understand
even
when
as
it's
the
your
young
time.
fellas.
When it's
how they
your
gonna
time, it's
respect
gonna
you?
double back
Look, look,
around,
look,
and you gonna get that same
As a
reaction.
lyricist, look, as a lyricist, like, I still like 21 Savage and what he do. I
Yeah.
like the shit. I ride to the Drake shit. I ride to a lot of his shit. What I
21
think,
Savage is a lyricist?
no, but I like his music. He makes shit that
I
I
like
fuck
his,
with.
I
ain't
like
hold you.
I like
him
the
as
shit he say, but is he a lyricist?
No, he's not a lyricist.
So now here where it comes another
look,
thing.
look,
Go
look,
ahead, I'm gonna let you
look.
finish now.
I think legends should remain legends and get their flowers at all time. This is the only fucking genre where young niggas come in and shit. I don't want to say young niggas, just people in general come in and take legends from the pedestal they should be remaining on and pull them down. That
Wait,
shit is not what's up. It don't
I
happen
can't-
in rock.
I can't
it don't
let
happen
y'all
in
say this
basketball,
about 21,
it don't happen
bro.
in baseball.
Because he didn't mean it like that.
No, I'm not saying he cleaned it up later, and I can respect that. I'm just saying that statement should have been made.
But
in my
listen,
opinion.
but one
I
thing
fuck with
is,
21
no,
though.
fuck all that.
Not with that
I
statement.
hear what you.
Nah, that's not
let
what's
me
up.
step on this, man. Fuck that. I like 21 Savage.
Right.
Right.
do too.
I don't love him. I like him a lot.
Right.
Don't love him. I like him a lot.
shit on legends, none of them.
Lot.
Right.
The shit he say tickles me pink, and I'm like, I can't believe this nigga said that. It's dope. I
like the
It's
nigga.
so like I
Facts.
fucks with him.
Right.
too.
My nigga, you not a lyricist. Fuck all that. Drake's supposed to tell this nigga,
That's not
chill. That's Nasir.
facts.
That's Nasir Jones.
So that's not.
My nigga, you are talented. You are dope.
Right.
You are fucking fly. Your flavor. You mean a lot to the culture. You are important.
But you out of your lane.
You ain't one of them. You ain't a 3-point shooter from deep. Nas is.
Half court.
Drake's supposed to say, I am. Kendrick is. Cole is.
Right.
You are not. Leave him alone. That is our OG. There's some young people, not us,
Right.
not me, you, him, or anybody else in here, he don't give a fuck. Why would he? He gonna go Styles P, but I don't give a fuck what Styles P said. I
No.
don't even know that
But
nigga.
here's the thing, he might.
Nah,
He might, bro.
slightly, but he ain't gonna say it on camera.
Again.
Slightly, but he ain't gonna say it on camera. Let's
Listen,
be real about
listen,
it.
I think the
Why
media,
does he?
because the media spins things sometimes. No,
It ain't
nobody
the
in
media.
here. Nobody
you gotta
in here
watch
right
what
now.
the fuck you say out of your mouth.
Right, but nobody in here heard him say it.
I heard the shit. I heard it.
You heard the clubhouse.
I heard the shit.
recording?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
listened to
it was out of pocket.
You listened to it.
Yeah.
Man,
listen to it.
man, I'll give it a buck. I like 27. That was out of pocket, my boy. He right. Somebody had to check that. That was out of pocket. And look,
I ain't mad at
I'm not saying that, that's your man. I know he was on the
I
show.
ain't mad at you.
Bro,
No,
I
no,
get
no,
it.
no,
I
no,
get it.
stop,
I
stop,
get
stop.
it.
Look, I like
I'm
when
just
you
saying.
I'm not.
Look,
When I
I'm
hear
not
niggas,
like
when
this.
I
I'm
hear
not
niggas
kind of
double
way.
back
I
and be
fuck
like,
with
yo, I ain't mean it like that.
No, but fuck the double
I
back.
gotta give him that.
Double, everybody
'Cause
doubles
sometimes
back.
you
Yo,
can
my
say
bro,
shit.
like just
Not a
like
double
this,
back.
like
That
right?
was out of pocket.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, it was out of pocket.
Cameras, money, and all
Right.
of that change shit around.
Right.
Like, and it gives you a point of where you say, I could feel like I could say something I can't say.
Right.
Right.
Or maybe I shouldn't say.
Or clean it, fix it.
Physically, and in general, and in the population physically, when you're walking in a room, I gotta take owner of that shit if I say it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I can't come in this room
What
and
he
say,
did, he
I'm not
did.
gonna say a certain thing about you, and you be like, what the fuck you say, my nigga?
Right.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Right.
What do you mean, Ghost? Like, what are you exactly saying, my nigga?
Right.
If you're gonna open your mouth
And say something.
and say
Gotta take
something,
Gotta stand on it.
Gotta stand on
you
it.
gotta stand on that shit, and anything can happen for you opening your mouth and saying something.
Right.
Now, are we saying something should happen to him or he's
No,
wrong?
no, of course
not
not.
Not at all.
That's his
Right.
opinion.
Not at all. That's his opinion, and he's
I
entitled to that.
understand what he's trying to say.
It was an
But
incorrect.
why the
though.
fuck are you saying that? And it shouldn't have been us, not you, not GRAFH, not me. You know why? We tend to we 8 years older than this nigga.
Yeah. Sit back.
10
and be
years,
like,
he might not feel a goddamn thing we saying.
That's a fact.
It's on somebody else young who understands the craftsmanship of this shit to say, don't say that, bro.
Not about our
Leave him
legends.
alone.
Leave them where they
Leave
supposed
him
to be
alone
at.
and
Yeah,
let OG
leave
go.
them alone.
Well, no,
In every culture.
And that
legends remain
justifies
on
That's
pedestal.
one shit.
that justifies your passage when it's your time.
I'm not even
When
saying it for
people
that
will be
reason.
like,
not even for
that's
that reason.
21, leave
Nah, 'cause
him alone.
That's a more selfish reason.
You know
He
what
did
I
it for
mean?
that reason. That's
No,
for
no.
himself. Not even for that. Legends remain on pedestals. Give legends flowers in every arena. You talking about basketball, Jordan, whoever the fuck, Mike Tyson, boxing. Legends remain on pedestals.
There's a lot of
Period.
legends I
No.
think
What they
suck.
did, that groundwork they laid.
There's a lot of legends I think suck lyrically.
Like who?
I'm not gonna say that.
They remain on pedestals.
That's where I had that respect.
Right.
Lay that-
Right.
I
That's
had
it.
that respect before
Right.
when I'm not gonna come out and say I'm gonna step on that man's name
Right.
and what he's built because
Right.
of my personal opinion and how I feel. There's a lot of rappers that they go, he's a legend, and I'll be like,
Word.
he's a legend. And he did do that. He was fucking trash. That's what MCs do.
Yeah.
Right, that's a fact.
That's what lyrical.
sounds like
There are people who came way before me and before me who I go, I will fucking run circles around you any day of the week with any mic on, any beat on, anywhere. If you older than me, my peer, or younger than me, there's some of y'all niggas that I will just run circles around. You don't even deserve to be next to me.
Right.
But
right.
if you
feel that
earned
way.
your
Yeah.
keep, guess what?
I'm gonna just look at
You
you.
step right here,
Yeah.
and they feel that way, and they feel a certain way. Who the fuck am I egotistically to step on that?
Right,
What
right.
I'm gonna do is go,
All right.
all right, get on the track with me. Fucking burn you up, nigga. Burn you the fuck down on that track. Other than that, all right.
In case you're wondering why I'm staying at Bigga, is we have this argument all the time. But I'm gonna leave that alone. He'll be here this week, right?
Yeah, Thursday. Both
All right,
of them.
cool, bet. Bet. It is
Yeah,
what
no,
it is.
But do you
I heard
agree
what
with that
21
though?
I
Legends
heard what
remain
21
legends. Am I bugging?
No,
No,
this is how I
I
feel.
believe
Hey,
that.
he ain't wrong, but he's wrong.
No, he's wrong. But I don't know why we tiptoeing around it. He was absolutely wrong.
No, because
pocket,
no,
bro.
you know I
If
the
respect
words-
them.
if the
I
words he's
respect
not
somebody
relevant
who
came out-
say what they feel.
You can say what you feel, but
can't
that
say
doesn't
not
mean,
relevant about
that
fucking
doesn't mean
Nazi
you're
Jones.
correct.
That don't make it
Feelings
right.
have never equaled facts. Let's get that out the way right now. Your feelings don't equal up to the facts, bro. You sitting there talking about he's not relevant in your age range. That's cute. However, he's not relevant for the shit you do. You
Right,
don't
he's not a trap
spit.
rapper,
There
yeah.
are spitters his age. Marcus Clay is out right now tearing shit the fuck up. Nas opened the door for all of that.
But you know what? What
have
makes
to be
sense?
quiet.
Then you gotta
Gotta
say,
respect that.
you gotta say as here's where I stand though. I don't disagree with what you just said, but I look at it like this: somebody didn't teach him that craftsmanship don't have shit to do with age.
Or numbers.
What
Somebody
numbers?
missed some. He don't have no OG, no unk, nobody around him,
Right.
no A&R,
What-
no exec to tell him craftsmanship and becoming a legend.
Ghost.
Like, yo, bro, you hot right now.
Ghost.
Look, now listen to me. No, but this is what I told you earlier, right? What I just
Right.
said earlier.
Right.
Hobby, job, career, work on legend. Bro. And about somebody's supposed to go like this, just like them. Look, like they're supposed to do this too, dude. Go like this to a strap, loosen them up.
Right.
Bro, in 4 years, 17 and a half savagery, kill everybody, is out. 17 and a half savagery, kill everybody's out. And you're not gonna be him no more.
Right.
He's gonna be hotter than you. At this point, you better know how to work your craftsmanship
Right.
to be on this cycle. Because what you just said about that man is definitely about to happen to you in an even shorter window
Of time.
of time.
Not even at 20
No,
years.
but
Guaranteed.
what's crazy, but look, what's
You're not a
crazy?
lyricist.
But that's fact.
Yo, what's
Guaranteed
crazy?
fucking T, beloved.
Kodak Black. Kodak Black.
Came
a
to
boy
his
younger
defense.
than him,
I tried.
Came to Nas' defense.
Yeah,
I
Kodak
tried.
Black.
Said,
I heard
what the
that.
fuck you talking about, man?
I heard
That man
that.
a legend, man. You better shut the fuck up.
I
Kodak
didn't
Black.
hear that.
No,
But
Kodak
But
Black
why
went
though?
on
Hold
the-
on.
Kodak
Hold
is
on.
busy to me. I fuck with Kodak.
said
Kodak
that.
is
No.
to me.
Nigga,
Hold
Kodak
on.
is kind of lyrical.
Hold
Y'all
on, though.
niggas know the deal.
Hold on, though.
If we cut the beat,
Hold
a lot
on.
of niggas in a lot
Kodak-
of niggas is in
Kodak
danger.
got balls.
Kodak can rap.
You
Kodak
in danger.
Kodak is a lyricist kind of like
Facts.
Kodak can rap.
But
son.
I need niggas to
fuck with son.
understand. If you cut the beat, a lot of niggas is in danger.
Kodak can
You
Kodak
can't
can rap without a
entertain
beat.
people.
But look,
up here.
Kodak can rap
You
without
dig
a
what I'm
beat. Son can
saying?
rap. I like Kodak a lot. That little nigga spit
But
pain.
hold on. Why did Kodak
Some
say
niggas
that?
need to go
He was
like
a
Since
lyricist.
we
that.
say like now, let's get to the answer.
He respecting rap and
Not because he
lyricism.
know that son was in the
Craftsmanship.
wrong. He know that he was in the wrong. Why else?
Craftsmanship.
Kodak
Kodak.
be saying that shit.
Yeah, he do.
I'm an old dude. I be like, he's a little crazy. He's off. He's from a whole different time period.
But when he
But
spits,
dude,
He be saying shit.
Rhymes.
Yeah,
He goes
Kodak
for the
Black.
pen.
I don't give a
Rap,
fuck what
nigga.
age you are.
Yes.
I'm 48. Like it was a time when Lil Baby, when I first heard him, his voice annoyed the fuck out of me, my nigga.
Lyricist
Was
too,
it the
though.
auto tune?
The baby a lyricist
I
too.
don't know if it was the auto tune. I don't know what it was.
Right.
After a minute, I said,
Something going, right?
"What did he just say?" Oh nah.
I was
Did he
like that
just
with the
say
baby.
that?
Some be going.
Yeah.
I was like that with the baby.
I said, "Wait."
The baby can rap
I
too.
was
Yeah.
like that with him.
After a
niggas
minute,
can
I
rap.
said. After a
Bruh.
I
minute,
was like that with him.
after a minute, I started saying to
Anybody who
myself,
freestyle taking off their jacket.
"Lil Baby's one of us, dog. One of us."
Yeah.
He's a new dude, made a new shit on new time, on totally new everything. I don't even know if he know he's one of us. Little Baby's like,
That is nice.
he's the newest kind of Jedi. I don't even know what kind of Jedi he is.
Right.
I'm not familiar, but
He's one of us.
he's a Jedi.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Son
Yeah.
get busy.
He say shit that hit you in the gut that be like, ooh.
Yeah, little baby can rap.
Only a nigga
Kodak
who,
Black can rap. The
only a
niggas,
nigga
the
who
niggas
been
can rap,
outside
son.
that know outside can
Say that.
say some shit that he just said.
Yeah, I agree.
At first, I was just hearing the
He's saying it,
voice
but in a different way.
and the punches and the, I
He
mean,
can rap.
you know, the
Son-
thing,
son
and
can
I'm
go.
like,
Right.
then after a minute, I'm like, yo, damn, dude just said some shit.
Yeah, some be going. I fuck with them niggas.
Oh my God, wait. Then after a minute, it was like, whoa. Then it was like, wait, he got on the track with such and such.
Held his
Did
own.
he just burn this nigga?
What you talking about?
And it's relatable.
Who you talking about?
Who y'all talking about?
Who you talking about? Yeah.
Who y'all talking about?
Who you talking about?
I feel like we
man.
talking about the same
Who
person.
you talking
Who y'all talking
about?
about? Who y'all
I
talking
feel like
about?
we talking about the same person.
Who you talking about, man?
You know what he's talking about.
He
I don't know. I have no
He
idea.
got off
Who
on
you
that
talking about,
joint
man?
with Drake, bro. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
a
Yeah,
fact.
son.
Once
He got
He
off.
got yeah, he
He
got off on
got
that.
off.
Yeah, he got off on that.
And
He
he
started burning everybody.
Got off on that.
I'm not
I
gonna
ain't
lie.
gonna
So I
lie.
feel
Shout out
like
to
he was.
Drizzy.
I feel like he was getting on the
Yeah,
track
he
with
was on
dudes
that. Yeah.
and showing his ass.
Yeah, son,
I felt
get
like
busy.
he was doing. I felt like he was doing what we did in the '90s. There's certain people who go, all right, I'm getting on the track with this dude. I don't give a fuck about him.
Go
I'm
ahead.
a respect what I'm doing, but I'm going in.
That's how y'all
And
felt
I was
when
like,
that
damn,
was
I ain't even. It took a minute for me to even catch on. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, I like the dude. But after a minute, I was like, whoa,
Some go.
Yeah.
whoa. He keeps saying some shit that making me go.
Every joint. Some be saying shit.
How
You
did
can
he
tell when a
grow
nigga been
up?
outside. Yeah, you can tell when a nigga been outside for real.
How did he grow up? Like, where was he? What was he doing?
Right.
Who's his uncle? Who's his OG? What block did he come from?
Right.
He got a pack early.
Facts.
He did some other shit. Like you know what I mean? It's just certain shit that make you feel like. I feel like he's trying to gun niggas down every time he rhyme. That's why I love. That's why I like him a lot. And got love for when he
Listen,
spits.
Lil
I feel
Biggie.
like when he gets on that shit. That's why I like Kodak. I feel
Me
like he
too.
feel like he's better than people.
Yeah.
And he's
Ludacris-
trying to gun you down.
Ludacris, Redman, Busta Rhymes, kind of on the track, murder
Yeah.
you on your own
Co-
shit.
Kodak
I don't even
Black-
get that. What I get from
Kodak
him
Black
is
nice. Me.
that kind of fits. What I get is a future trick.
Say that again.
Trick. No, Trick Daddy.
Oh,
Trick Daddy.
okay.
Get a future, more future.
A futuristic,
Trick Daddy.
Got it.
Like I'm down here, I'm doing this, I seen this. I take this, I do
So like
this,
Kodak-
I'm
so like
outside.
Kodak Black?
Kodak, yeah.
I like that little
They
nigga.
live
And
in
I
life
like he embodied.
Yeah.
This nigga's telling you. He's telling this man, I thought this could have been something. You's a bitch ass nigga and it can't be nothing.
Right.
You had to be in the trenches to experience
Facts.
that.
That's a big
Right.
fact. That's a big fact.
Right.
And he's
You
defending
can't say that if you didn't experience it. Like you
Right.
can't. There's no making that up.
Nah, it ain't nothing.
Ain't no making that up. Like my nigga, I thought we was dogs. We ain't dogs. You the ops now.
Used to be my dog. You was in my left titty.
Different
What-
time.
that's what
different
that
lingo.
song reminded me of.
Yeah.
Different time, different language, different place, different space. But it's more like I thought we could have did this together.
Right.
Now it could be
Now it's
I'll
not
fucking
safe
smoke
for
you anytime I see you, my nigga.
Right.
Like
You switch like a
sight.
pussy little bitch.
And he's defending Nas. He went on his live defending Nas. Talking about
You can tell
you
he listens
crazy.
to he listens to rap shit.
Yeah.
And the nigga cadence, he switches his cadence and flow on every fucking track. And
Yeah.
he's saying
you say
shit.
that shit.
He really do.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I think
understand.
Son is dope. To
There's
me,
a reason
son.
why Cardi B's first hit single is called Bodak Yellow.
Fucking with Son. Yeah, Son
She
got that
she
shit. I ain't
took
gonna
a
hold
flow
you.
from Kodak.
He got mad flows and he
Shout
be
out to
saying
Kodak,
shit.
man.
Nigga,
Shout out to Kodak.
Yes, you gotta get him on the show. Kodak, we gotta get you
All
on
right,
the show.
all right. Money, power, respect. Can
Yes,
we
we
get
gotta
back
get his
here?
golden answer. Let's go.
Can
Money,
we
power,
get back
respect.
here?
Yeah.
Money, power, respect.
That's what it's about.
It drops.
When I was Respect, Power, Money, they remixed it.
If you think I'm jiggy, y'all don't perform that no more, do you?
Yeah, yes,
You
we
do?
do. Yeah.
Word?
Yep. Couple minutes.
Couple minutes.
Just
All right,
do
cool.
real quick.
You know what it is?
Then get out of there.
You got to think, we are the people who attacked the shiny suits. Nobody
Right.
attacked the shiny suits. We did.
Right. Oh.
Think about it.
After you had him on.
Oh.
After we had them, who did before we did?
Nah. Before
Right.
you, they
Nobody
were the
did.
suit to have on.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Us.
in my mind, I always used to think, all right, they rocked out with the shiny suits. But when X
Shiny
Pop,
suits was beautiful.
you
was
like
a
that, you
beautiful
like
time.
them. You like the shiny
It was a
suits.
beautiful time, yeah, because I didn't mind them.
Right.
It's a way to do everything at once. And I think Puff was a showman. He understood what was going on, but it's the contrast of being able to balance it all out. And I think bigger than the shiny suits, it was life beyond that.
Right.
And how we lived and what we did, and like I told you, where we come from, how we think about math, how we think about numbers, how we think about loyalty, honor,
Right.
respect.
Right.
All of that just kind of ping different. So that's what didn't work.
Did y'all feel a way?
That's
where-
what didn't work. It's like telling the Lakers to not do Showtime.
Right.
Showtime worked for the Lakers.
Lakers.
Right.
That's
Right.
what made it work.
Right.
Like, who would tell Puff he don't know what he's doing with the glittery suits? They the Chicago Bulls
Facts.
of rap at that time.
Right.
You know?
Biggie had one on. Biggie did it.
Me
Exactly.
as a young hooker nigga watching it, I ain't feel no way about it.
You
Back
said
then.
nobody
I
did
don't-
until-
I love y'all niggas. I ain't
Biggie,
gonna hold you.
Biggie didn't have a
clean-
shiny suit.
No,
though.
I
Biggie.
never seen Big in a shiny suit. What?
Yeah.
He wore suits, but it wasn't
Take
shiny.
it easy. Take it easy.
He had a-
When I say shiny suit, I don't mean the exact like a sequin suit. I mean in the way that Mace said it. I was murdered. P. Diddy made me pretty. Biggie went from Timberlands, Carhartt. Next video,
He
he's got on
evolved.
it. He's got on a full white suit. He's got a cane. He's got Versace glasses on.
He evolved.
He cleaned up.
he went
Right.
with ashy
That's what
black.
I consider a shiny suit. I didn't.
So,
I never
like
really
the warlocks
considered
going to the
actual
locks.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I remember the Jiggy video, they were dancing. They had the leather suits on. That was the shiny suit era. By shiny suit, it didn't mean like the suit was made out of something that was. But if it was leather, that was shiny. That was a shiny
It was
suit.
the money
But
era.
then they went
It was
back
It was the
out
money
here on
era.
the streets.
Right.
We did that because that's what made us who we are.
Right.
Right.
Like, when you do something every day and you live by that culture, you got to understand, like, even before, like, Mace, I know Murder Mace. I know Mace. I know Mace, X, Locks. Hunger is in the studio every night. We get in there. Grease is making the beats. PK, Swiss. Everything is like everybody wants to make it every fucking single night. Everything is more, you my nigga, I love you, we all here together.
But you gonna get this.
I came to drop MVP tonight. So
Right.
everything is ultimately competitive, but all for one
Right.
at the same time. So with that being said, you do what you gotta do to win. Like, winning is winning at all costs. Like, I wanna win. I wanna win, I wanna make it, I wanna make what's happening. Like, I don't think nobody would have gave a fuck about shiny shoes if we didn't tell them to. You want to be real? Like,
Word.
there was no backlash of shiny suits.
I'm about to ask
It
you
was
that.
nobody saying anything about shiny suits.
'Cause I didn't give a
It
fuck
was
about
us saying no more shiny suits, ripping them off now, niggas. No more shiny suits.
Right.
Yeah, gotta
We
say
led
nothing. We
the
wouldn't say
led the
nothing.
way into it. Nobody would have said
Yeah.
anything.
No, somebody
as a hood
did.
nigga,
Somebody
I
did
didn't
say
care.
something.
Ooh.
Beans.
BCC.
But before they said it or after they said it? That's the
Boot
question.
camp.
But did they say it before or after
Well,
they
I
said it?
think when they took a shot at Big, they said something about the shiny suits.
But did they say it
They ain't
before?
say shit about us though.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because when me as a hood nigga, I was in the hood still watching that shit. It didn't. Nothing crossed my mind as even
Nigga,
though it was commercial.
Nigga, I dissed Eminem
For what?
to escape the shiny suits, nigga.
What you mean?
Benzino gave me an opportunity.
but not at that
and
time,
I
though,
went
right?
hard.
But not at that
and
time,
I said,
though.
if I do this right, I won't have to wear no shiny suits.
But that was
nigga.
after they denounced it. While they was doing it, it didn't cross
Shout out
our
to him.
mind as
Shout out to
nothing.
Zeno.
You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all had it on, if I'm watching as a nigga in the hood watching it, it didn't cross my mind that these niggas are commercial, mainstream. I didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't
At all.
connect it. I'm just watching y'all niggas and fucking with y'all niggas. Like it didn't dawn on me as this is some crossover shit. I
Of
didn't give a
course not,
fuck.
because they
At
was
that
in
time.
jets, my nigga.
Huh?
They was in private jets.
But I
What's
didn't even know
shiny
that part.
suits
I'm
on?
just saying the way it
Like-
looked to my young eyes watching it. I didn't give a fuck. I'm
You're
like, I just love
distracted.
this shit.
Nobody
Right.
nobody thought about it.
See, I said
Right.
it, and I was like,
Until we
oh,
said
fuck
it.
the shiny suit. If they didn't say it, I would have been like, I don't give a fuck.
No more shiny.
I didn't notice it. Like, I didn't notice it as a thing to
Here's
Right.
the
get shit on. You know
Here's the
what I'm
other
saying?
part. Here's the other part. They didn't.
That was our offensive.
They didn't rhyme different.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the main point.
It didn't cross
Nobody
my mind
rhymed
as
different.
nothing, nigga.
Just cause Diddy dressed them, Diddy had a different stylist.
Right.
They didn't rhyme different.
Different.
The bars didn't go nowhere. They were still talking.
They were still
all,
them. And
all
I'm
kinds
still
of
like,
clever,
oh shit, it's my
slick,
niggas.
street
Oh.
shit was that. You can't make. Haven't you heard Bad Boys Move in Silence yet? The more you talk shit, the more wild it get. I'm only painting you niggas from the waist up, and I'm only aiming at parts you can't cover with makeup.
Yeah.
That was dead in the middle of Chinese suit
Suits,
era,
yeah.
and here they are talking
Nah, like
about
the blue tapes are still coming out.
the roughest
Nigga,
shit ever.
I gave
tapes
no
are
fucks.
still like-
They could have had on wheelbarrows. Nigga, could have had on fucking garbage
it
bags.
made no
I wouldn't give a
difference.
fuck. Nigga, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going off the
Yeah.
bars and what I know of who they are already. Cause I'm listening to y'all niggas from before I even got with them niggas.
When did the discomfort with Bad Boy set in?
Big's passing.
Oh wow.
That's easy. Big's passing.
Right.
Big was our big bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Every session, you take this feature, you do this, you do that. Like, everything, you gotta understand, Big was like our big bro, like for real. Like,
Right.
he didn't have to show us that amount of love, energy. As you see, the shit still goes to this day. Like, we all, Rock, Gutter, Leo, Kim, all that, that's our fam. Like, so, it was more so of, what's crazy, even that day in LA, like Big was like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, don't worry. There's gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? So even when that happened, it was more so like a fucking, like,
What the fuck?
it was mind-boggling there and just mind-blowing, because you don't expect to be somewhere, and I think Big had all the answers. He had the answers for us as a big brother on how to delegate through it. And I know where y'all niggas is from. I know how y'all niggas get. I know how Puff is. And this is the transition, what it got to be, and this is how you got to do it, and this is how you got to navigate.
Right.
So when you lose the navigation system,
Right.
Puff couldn't step in and try to fill that space, the navigation
Big
space.
was the navigation system of how to work with Puff. How could Puff step in?
Right. I get
When
you.
Big is the one, let me show you how to deal with this and how to understand it, and so how could Puff, it was impossible.
Right.
It was impossible, and one, we so dope, we went to school, we worked jobs, and when you sell dope, 10 times 10 is 100 every time. When you sell records, 10 times 10 ain't 100 every time. Not even close. So now you confuse the two. Now you bring your old school world principles to the new world, and it don't work like that.
Right.
But that's how you know how to work.
Facts.
So now things don't make sense to you, and then your navigational system is gone.
That's crazy.
How long did it take between him
In
passing
between.
to the first conflict?
We had conflict before he passed,
Oh wow.
and Big probably was the
Buffer.
Moving it
Navigation,
out.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, get it. Yeah.
he was
yeah.
the buffer. So it was like more like you kind of you edgy, like, you know, the edges what got us there.
Right.
The edges what got us there. Now you even, like, most people don't even think. Like, if you think about it, we were from Yonkers, New York.
Right.
We had no backup plan. We made the backup plan by making mixtapes and falling back, but nobody, who would have had the balls to say, you know how many fucking, I would never even say their names, professional artists and on artists call and said, damn, this is crazy. Let the locks go. Let's go, fuck it. Like, fuck it. We came from nothing, we're comfortable, we're going back to where we're from, but we standing on where we stand and we ain't fucking with you. How many people is going to let us off the Chicago Bulls at the time? And that's what they were, the Chicago Bulls of music.
Right.
Any of you from a town nobody knows about or cares about?
But y'all were a big part of the reason they were the
But
Chicago
how many
Bulls.
balls you got? How much balls do you? We had big cojones.
Oh,
Right.
facts.
Yeah, facts.
My nigga, we came from splitting pizzas and Chinese food together. We know how to break it down.
Right.
We made it once, we can make it again.
What was the mindset?
Who would say fuck you to him?
What was the mindset walking into that Hot 97?
Fuck it.
That's the mindset.
Yeah, if you came from nothing, like, I think that's what even in today's hip hop, you want to know what the problem is? If you give a person who came from nothing something, and they over cherish that something without understanding that they made it from nothing in the first place, you bought you somebody.
Facts.
I could do it again. I can do it over and over and over and over and over and over because I'm comfortable at that point because one, as a man, I want to die with my name and my principles and being able to stand on my word and my balls and you being able to go, he said who he said he was.
Right.
A lot of men don't consider that valuable. We always did. That means a lot. To the average person, it ain't. But when we combat each other and we have a problem, and you understand that your money, your power, whatever you saying to me doesn't mean shit to me towards what I'm saying about how I feel about myself and my principles. No matter who you are, what problem we have, where we are, where it goes, what's going on, you're gonna have to respect that.
Right. Because it's not the norm.
It's not
There's
the
too
norm.
many people who bow down to that.
Yeah. Bro, y'all, we come in, if you put all your money against mine, you're gonna have all money all day. Does that mean I'm supposed to bow down and break to what you're saying because you have more money, more power, more structure? If I don't agree, I'd rather go to war with you or try to find a way to, I'd rather try to find a way to have common ground and us leave each other alone.
Right.
If that doesn't work, then I'd rather say I'll go to war with you, but I'm not gonna bow down to you.
Not fact.
I'm not gonna break, I'm not gonna fold, and I'm not gonna tamper with my inner being, on my soul,
Your integrity.
on my integrity or whatever, my
Right.
principles to do that. I'd rather just say I am who I am. I'm gonna stand on that and I'm gonna keep it moving.
How difficult was that when I was going on? Because Mace was halfway out the door. Yeah.
You don't look at nobody who's halfway out the door and in the door. You look at where you at with your 2 feet,
Right.
your 10 toes, what you standing on. All you know how to do is survive, man. Everybody know that in here. Like,
Right.
think about it. We often looked at music, actors, athletes, drug dealers, whatever walk of life it is, like, there's something really incredible happening. No, it's the same shit that happened with everybody.
Survival shit.
Survival.
Right.
I'm gonna pick the best option where I feel, I may be wrong too, but in my mind, I thought this was my best bet and optimal move for survival.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's like, all right, any one of us right now, you stuck in this room, you do the number count, you do the number count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So at any optimal point, if you gotta survive and you in a bad situation, now it's 12 against 1. How do you get out of it? Do you delegate? Do you delegate with who you can delegate with? Do you go to war with everybody else? Do you figure it out? You figure it out on however it is, I gotta get out this room. I'm gonna get out this room.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some people will go, if I gotta tamper with who my soul is to get out this room, then I'm not making it out this room.
Facts.
And then that's the point you gotta be comfortable with that life where it becomes real. Like, if I gotta be less of a man and gotta leave a different way to get out this room, then
I'm not
getting out this room.
Because I'm not going to leave this room.
I'd rather
as
you
myself.
in this room
Right.
talk about me. Even if you're gonna finish me back there, your word and your respect for me will be different if you gotta talk about me being different from the average motherfucker who's gonna decide to leave this room in a different way.
Right.
Okay, but being who
Even in a more intelligent way. It don't gotta just be a violent way. It gotta be like,
being who you are now, at this age,
Mm-hmm.
48, OG, sitting on top of these businesses, employing people with the status that you're at now. You look back on that room that you were in at that age when it was let the locks go. Do you still see the room the same way? Was it that bad? Looking at it now, was it that bad that you need
No.
to do that?
ego and pride always makes you think rooms are way worse.
Right.
Ego and pride and maturity. Maturity is a blessing.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't
Living,
get that.
growing, getting older is a blessing because you're able to see your mistakes and the things that you go off of that are wrong.
Right.
But also, those mistakes make you who you are today. So those exact same mistakes go, okay, if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be this person today.
Right. Now here's a question. Was there anybody in your ear at the time that was encouraging you guys to want off of Bad Boy?
Me.
You were the catalyst.
You was leading.
Rebel.
Me in my ear every day.
Right.
Me in my own ear every day.
Why?
And
Because I always felt like when DMX started to pop, and he showed shiny suits ain't got shit to do with what you could do in the shit. I felt like that was where the culture shifted.
nah. I feel X earned what he did because he was genuinely who he was.
Right.
And never tampered with it. It had nothing to do with the culture. He deserved the win for sticking with his formula for so long and for the trials and tribulations and all he went through.
Right.
And I felt he came in at a time period and what he was doing had nothing to do with what we was going through it or what we was doing. It was part of it and it was happening at the same time, but X's journey was X's journey.
Right.
Not my journey, not Kiss's, not Sheik's, not anyone else's. His journey was his journey. His story is his story meant to be.
Right.
No matter what. As ours is our story meant to be. People look at races and journeys in different ways. As an MC, it's your job to be a craftsman no matter what. You're supposed to look at it, I'm getting on this mic and I'm gonna burn whoever I gotta burn and do whatever I gotta do at any given time and get bigger. I think X knew he would always be big and make it. I don't know if he foresaw that magnitude of where he would make it and being that amount of a star. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Right.
But that was meant for him. That was his
meant for
journey.
him, right.
That was truly, literally meant for him. I see it different probably from most of y'all because I'm from Yonkers.
Right.
I've seen this man my whole life since I was a kid. I've known him since I was a kid. That was his journey.
But at no point did you ever look over and be like, yo, he ain't gotta wear this shit. He's blowing the fuck up. I want off this fucking label. That never happened.
Nah, because we was already on Rough Riders first.
Right.
Beforehand, we was doing what we had to do. Like,
But
you
now
probably
it could
looking
be
at
a
it like
label.
work is work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my label. That was our family. That's what we live by day. So you might look at it as our label. That we look at it as this is our way of life. So going back to Rough Riders was like, we're going home. It wasn't nothing new.
Right.
That's why We Are the Streets sound like We Are the Streets.
Right.
That's why it is what it is. Like, you have to have an understanding of who you are, what you're doing, your confidence and ability of what you believe you could do and what you could say.
Right.
And how you could do it. So once you start comparing your journey to another man's journey, we never looked at X's journey like that because he's the one who got us on first, like I told you earlier.
No, but
he never had to take that time and he could have been mad.
Right.
He could have did anything
But,
and said.
but this is Rough Riders transforming from a management to a whole
Yeah,
label.
we still don't look at it like that because at the time we in our younger 20s. We're running state to state. We're on planes. We make money every night. We do this and that. We're happy as fuck for X. He's been a legend before we made it.
Right.
Before any of us thought about getting on in the town, X was a legend in Yonkers, New York.
DMX the Great.
Yeah.
The whole 914. This is a legend. I'm not talking about signing. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about
Outside shit.
outside shit. He's legend.
Right.
It was written for him to be who he was.
Right.
So you can't look at somebody else's, and I think that's what makes us who we are.
Right.
If not, then we would have been broken up as a group or been on some other shit a long time ago.
Yeah.
No. That's his journey.
Was it?
Every time I
And
spoke
we
to
was
X,
happy
he was the
for
same
it
nigga.
because that's our big bro.
Yeah.
He's done this shit for a long time. He's put on for the city, the town, for a long time. He deserved all of that.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact.
X
Was
been
it
the same nigga
tenfold?
all the time.
Rest in peace, X. But at no
Indeed.
point did he ever say, come over here. let's do what we was supposed
Why
to
do you gotta say come over here when we here together every day? See, you looking at it
because it
different.
feel-
You telling me business shit.
do. Right.
I'm telling you, business shit comes second from us. That's why we still a lops. That's who we are.
Right.
You telling me about label shit, business shit. I'm telling you about people who are from the same town, from the same city, with the same dream, who made the dream happen, who lived the same way, who went on a world, who showed the world we don't need security. This is how we roll. This is what we do. This is how we do. This is when we do it. This is the reason why. So it was no come over here. Like
It's already over.
Money, Power, Respect, X is on.
Right.
24 hours a
Right
day.
On Bad Boy Records.
Facts.
He's there. That's our big bro. You on this joint.
24 hours to live. Right.
Niggas want to be killers, get at me, dog. Sheep's on that hook. You hear that? Like, there's no separation of the camp. We train how we train.
Right.
We spar how we spar. That is part of our business. That's like telling your brother, all right, you got to pack over here, I got to pack over here. You got to drive over here, I got to drive over here. That's secondary.
I live in the same house still.
We still
Yeah,
brothers.
This is what we do.
Right.
But what's how
When you
how
bang on
easy
the
was it?
mailbox with a nigga, when you been in the pen with somebody who go, I've been in the pen with DMX. Bro, you got your shit together? Fuck there. Fuck you talking about? Yeah. All right, here we go. Bring you to rhyme against 20 niggas. That's where I'm from. That's the X I know.
Right.
That contract shit and all that other shit you talking, that ain't YO shit. That's why the locks is the locks.
Right.
That's why we are who we are. That's not YO shit. That's why when you see Mary dance on that stage and give it up, how she give it up, or sing, that ain't YO shit. YO, we give you our fucking soul.
Right.
We're gonna give you our soul when we out there. We're gonna show you that we love this craftsmanship. We love what we do. We about this energy, and we're gonna give you our soul.
For as long as you were rocking with X, to see that he passed the way that he did you ever? When a couple of my homeboys went, there was times where I thought about little pivotal moments.
Bro, I love
maybe-
before I lost X, I lost a daughter, a
Yeah.
brother, a father,
Right.
a numerous amount of best friends, close friends. So losing ain't losing to me. See you on the other side. I understand that the energy is a little different. I see you. I see you on that other plane. It's bigger than that. Energy's X, and all of our loved ones. Energy is bigger than what we could physically grasp.
Right.
The soul, the spirit is bigger than that. I don't think. I think this is my last time seeing certain people on this realm,
Right.
but not on the next realm.
Right.
I'm gonna see you.
Right.
I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna get up with you. We're gonna join it. We're gonna join. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna meet again. Like that's what this whole shit is about. Like you
Right.
can't. That's like saying, like, if you think about it, right? There's a homie you know, you might not have seen him in 10 years, 15, 20. He might have moved somewhere. Your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, has the love diminished?
No, but that's not where I was going with the question.
No, but I'm just saying, on the
No,
same way,
completely
that love
completely
always
agree.
exists, and you understand that
Completely agree.
I see you on the other side.
When we interviewed Royce, Royce sat in that chair. He talked about the time he was when he was heavy on his alcohol shit.
Right.
And we started talking about a time where I told him, like, yo, bro, maybe you should slow down with that. Like, you should chill with that.
Right.
He was like, why did you do that? I was like, cause I fuck with you and I really didn't want to see you hurting yourself. X went through a lot of phases of hurting himself. And I imagine you guys were there when that was happening.
Every human being has went through a lot of phases of hurting themselves.
That's true too.
Some are more publicized, and the media puts you through more, but who are you to say, on me, on anyone else, or to put anyone's pain above anyone else's pain? Who's to say the magnitude of pain is even for comparison?
We all trying to figure it out.
We all try to do that. We all trying to figure it out. So why would I compare my pain to yours, or the magnitude of the pain of what we go through?
Right.
What about some of us are pain driven?
That's a fact.
I'm here because of pain. I could look you in your eye and tell you that as a man to man, I'm here because I figured out how to work the pain, how to make the pain a plus, and how to say, all right, this is where I'm feeling. You practice the arts. That's a practice every day. How do we turn the pain into a plus? And now that becomes you being calmer because you understand pain. I understand because I am willing and I'm able to hurt you more and understand that pain that I don't want to cause you pain.
Right.
Do you wish you could have found a way to give X that lesson so maybe he didn't turn to those other things that ended up hurting him?
No. Every man's journey and every woman's journey and everybody's journey is meant to be what it is. Sometimes we confuse it and want to lie to ourselves and be, I'm not more than what the creator is.
Right.
For me to say I don't believe it was written or foretold or that's like turning it around saying making myself somewhat of a narcissist.
Yeah.
And more than I actually am.
To have that type of control.
To have that type of
Another
control
man,
or
someone
power.
else's life.
I lost a fucking daughter, bro.
My condolences.
You wanna? I lost a daughter to suicide. So,
Bless you, my brother.
like, what? How can I say I lost a best friend to homicide? I lost a brother to a car accident. I lost a father to heart disease. I lost too much to be able to name to go. How could I do that? I don't even know how I'm going.
Right, facts.
I have no idea.
Right.
So what I do understand though is to accept the pain, appreciate the privilege in the pain, to understand that we all going. Not to be that very much emotional about it as everybody else and weigh it down myself, and I understand that the creator is well beyond and well more knowing than whatever I know.
Right.
Whatever my means. So my job is to figure out how to absorb pain, turn it into joy.
Purpose.
I gotta know how to cry. I gotta know how to laugh. I gotta know how to scream. I gotta know how to throw shit. I gotta know how to be aggressive, soft, sensitive. That is now my job in understanding
Right.
all of the pain I've been through. Why would I think that through all my experiences with multiple people, if you can't change it, you wasn't meant to.
That's real shit.
If you can't change it, you wasn't meant to. But a lot of us want to think we're more or less than we are.
But you still want to try.
You want to give it your best.
You want to try.
You want to give it. You want to. Yeah. You always want to give it your best every day with all your people.
Right.
But you're not in that much control.
Right. But if you could, if I could have said a word, if I could have said something, done something.
I look at it different. Like I used to look at it like that. I now look at it as most of the time I have said something for me myself.
Right.
I have said something, or I have tried to do something.
That was my original question.
That's me personally. In almost anybody's life I'm involved with, or pretty much vice versa, like a lot of people have tried to say things to me. And I understand what your journey is your journey. Each man, each woman, woman, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, being or whatever, your journey is your journey.
Right.
And with understanding that, you understand that things happen at a particular time to help someone else's journey, help someone else's overstanding or understanding,
A lesson.
or a lesson, like who's not gonna die. Who? If you could tell me that, then I'll start being sad for everybody.
Death is
We're
promised.
all gonna
Facts.
die, but that's a promise to you.
No matter when.
So now it's an understanding of, do I really understand eternal life, as they say? Is this life eternal life, or is it a blink or a flash and there's more lives to come?
Right.
I don't think X is, I think he's past this life. I think my daughter's past this life. My brother, my father, my friends, my close ones, people I love, admire, they've passed this lifetime. But if I do buy into eternal life, I would have to buy into it, then I'm gonna see him again, and that energy connects, and that story happened for a reason.
Because the soul lives on, type of thing.
Right.
Happens for a
Energy,
reason.
energy doesn't die.
At all.
It is changes
Transfers.
form. It changes
Right.
form.
Transfers.
Right.
Right.
Transfers and changes form.
Right.
As
And
we
soul
say,
doesn't
so
die.
how could that, I think we over and under take things on.
Underestimate. We underestimate our existence, but then we overestimate the pain of dealing with things.
Or what the flesh might mean, because the soul doesn't die, but it hurts.
I
when
said
you lose
something to
somebody in
everyone all the
person.
time.
Right.
Yeah, that's you said something.
Look, the consistency for everyone in this room, as far as in your life, the worst day that you've had didn't kill you. Still here.
Facts.
Still here.
Worst day I ever had has killed me a lot. Spiritually.
But you're still here.
I'm still here. But you gotta understand that sometimes when some people die, part of you die.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But part of you dying is also a part of a new existence.
Yeah.
Right.
You become somebody else in a way.
You
Yeah,
become a
another-
little
another
different.
version
you
of
become,
yourself. Yeah.
You become a little more either detached or attached. It's what you choose to, where you choose to go. But
I never looked at the attached part. That's crazy. I always got detached. I seen my dad get murdered when I was 16. I was detached from feelings for a long time. Last year, my mother died on my fucking birthday. I don't even know what the fuck I feel still. Attached is never a word I even thought to use. So you saying attached, I'm like, wow, I gotta analyze my own
yeah,
shit
you
now.
may be attached.
Yeah, I thought detached is the word to use, but attached is
Not all the
another fucking
time,
thing.
like, cause like
I never
a
thought about
loss,
that.
like my wife always tells me something, and it like I told you, we lost a daughter to suicide.
That's so crazy.
Things could break you down and things could break you open.
Yeah, facts.
You want to get broke down and you want to get broke open. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I used to have a saying, I'm not gonna break down, I'm gonna down break. It's like a clutch. I'm gonna catch myself and I'm gonna break it down.
Right.
I'm gonna go from 6th to 5th to 4th to 3rd. I gotta throw it in neutral, step on that clutch, let the RPMs go low, then go break down again. But I'm gonna get back up. But it's not wrong with breaking down because you may find a new you.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
I
a
did.
privilege in loss, and that's something else that we learn because it's like, okay, you get in the worst tragic situation that possibly could happen to you, and you think about it, and you dwell on it, and you live by it, and it kind of defines your life as you go on. But have you took time to think about others and what has happened to them? I lost a daughter to suicide. But now I have to go, when I walk through Walmart and I walk through Walmart and I see all these missing kids on the wall and then these parents who don't know where their missing kids are.
Right.
I got the ownership of saying, I know what happened to mine. I know what happened. I know where she at.
Right.
This person, I go to sleep every day not knowing and wondering, like, what
What's
kind of
going
pain
on?
is that? Or
Suffering.
I may have lost one. And what about the person who's lost 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5,
Like
6?
Wayne, his mother
a whole
lost, she lost
tribe.
2 brothers.
Now, so
FBG Duck.
now you go as a being. This is my pain. This is what I gotta live with. These are my tragedies. Or these are things I gotta overcome. But am I a being enough, a good enough spiritual being to look at others and go, damn, they may be going through something more than me. And let me look at the privilege or the loss of how I'm connected to the Creator and could be able to be more empathetic to other people in the same situation or in worse situations.
Right.
So who's not gonna suffer? You're gonna live, you're gonna suffer, and you're gonna celebrate. It's on you how you're gonna do it.
Right.
It's inevitable.
never
No
did
one
that
in
like
here is not gonna lose a father, mom, loved one, close friend, beloved, whatever. All of us are destined that.
Yeah.
Even ourselves. So what do you do about that? You find a way
How
to
do you
go
process
about
it?
it, to go like even with all of us, think about it. Some days you go, you think about life on a certain terms, or go like some shit might happen to you where you going, shit, I could have died tonight, or I may die tonight, or shit. Like think about it, and you're not really sure about how you feel about that. You may not be comfortable with it. You may be comfortable with it. You may not be. You may be kind of teetering the fence. You may think about it, but either one of us in this moment could walk out the door and slip on an M&M and break our fucking neck. We could somebody could throw a bomb through this motherfucker right now. Somebody could shoot it. Somebody could invade the city. Anything at any given moment could happen.
Right.
That you're not really prepared for.
Right.
But it's inevitable that that one thing is gonna happen one day.
Right.
God willing, I hope it happens the way you want it to,
Right.
or the way you have planned it to. But what's the odds of that? What's the odds of that?
Yeah, I hear you.
Me, I want to die. I want to disintegrate. I want to go in the cave, smoke, be somewhere and disintegrate. Or I told my son, if I'm old and I'm fucked up and I can't move, overdose me. Give me the most amount of mushrooms and edibles you can at one time. Put me to sleep. Let me go out the way I want to go out. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable, uncomfortable, the way I want, the way you don't either.
Right. Facts.
No, none of us do.
It's not a decision to make.
We playing the dice game.
Yeah, it's a big
We playing the dice game and hope it goes that way.
Right.
Like every time I get on a plane, I gotta
Facts.
somehow
Buckle up and just be like, nigga.
buckle up and be like, you know,
Right.
and then it's fucked up times because some of us think about it. I come from a fucked up place. I'm kind of more comfortable in a place with hood people, guns,
Me too.
shootouts, than being somewhere with pickup trucks, Confederate flags, strangers, and this
say
and
the
that.
same shit.
I'm comfortable with
Because you know it.
like,
It's familiar.
I know
Right.
this.
I
Like,
know this area.
like,
Yeah.
I know this area. I know
what
the
it is.
terrain. I know how you gonna come at me.
Right.
It might end that,
That shit's
way.
more
I'm
scary.
even comfortable with that, but
Right.
I want to be in the sticks and.
Right.
That shit is too
like,
far.
You know what I
don't
mean?
get it.
Like
The
that ain't
crickets.
what I'm looking for.
You don't
Like,
want to go out to crickets. Yo, let me tell you something, man. When it comes to life and death, the most important part is we don't know when it's gonna happen.
Don't.
Nobody
Are you
does.
good with yourself right now?
And how could you say that?
Are you good with yourself? Deeds, works.
In terms of like what you accomplished already or like what you built for your
yeah.
life.
How could
good.
you say that? You know how
Are
you
you
could say
good?
that? By working on every day on being the best you could be.
Right.
And understanding your negatives, your positives, your
Positives.
flaws, in betweens, and hoping
and
the
your
Creator
kids.
has grace for you.
I want to say something to you,
And your
brothers,
kids.
real quick.
Here we
so
are.
yeah,
Hey.
it's been on my mind. It's
Right.
been on my mind since the beginning of the night, and I stand on my principles, how these dudes say, and I have to speak my principles. All of y'all, every man in here, I love y'all. You know, y'all are my
back.
brothers.
Love you too, bro.
You know, and
Right.
the scriptures say, you can't say you love God or even know God unless you love your brother. I don't never want to fight one of you. You're not my enemy in no
Facts.
type of way.
Indeed.
The scriptures speak that we wrestle not against flesh, that we wrestle against principalities in high places.
Facts.
So if I'm not here to wrestle against you, and we all know that we have one creator and one God that created us all, we have an adversary. And as we build and have these conversations, that's what we always should be on. The young kids, and I always got to go to the kids, and the children that was within us, because I come from something similar what many of us come from. And the child in me didn't make it out of there. What this man was sitting up the other day and was saying. And I think about the children that's still growing up, and we got to speak to them because ultimately we are all the same.
Facts.
The scriptures teach that the least that you do to him, you doing to the Lord. So we are the same, and that's what I just wanted to say.
I want to double down on that and
Love
say,
is love.
I know people believe in God, but I need everybody to understand something. You may have prayed 1,000,000 times. A hand never came out of the sky and gave you nothing. 9 times out of 10, it came through another human being
Facts.
out of nowhere.
That's a big fact.
God works through all of us. So acknowledge when you're dealing with somebody, you don't know who you're actually dealing with. So be careful.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.